So I set up like the long story, but it was not good. Not what I was looking for.
Are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Weights have been lifted. Sprints have been run. Preparation for today's game is history. It's time to get it done. You're listening on MichiganSportsRadio.com.
Hello and welcome to Game Night, and welcome to Hudsonville. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer here with Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio. And boy, this is a fun one here tonight. 4-0 versus 4-0. Two of the top teams in the OK Gold. And by the way, two Hall of Fame coaches at running the T offense. It's a unique game tonight, Chandler. Unity Christian, Zeeland West. And this could be one of the best matchups of the year when it's all said and done that determines the OK Gold.
Yeah, no doubt. One of the best conferences in the area. Has a lot of teams right at the top of that conference. Two of the best going to be on display here tonight. And so many similarities between these two Hall of Fame coaches. Two guys that run a bit of a unique system in the T offense, and get to see them go head-to-head should be a really interesting one here.
Absolutely, and it is a beautiful, perfect night for football. It could be a quick night, too, with the two offenses that these teams run, and we can't wait to get to it. We've got a lot more to get to in our Bennett Center Farmers Insurance Agency pregame show. Don't go anywhere. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we've got the head coach of the Unity Christian Crusaders, Craig Tibby, joining us on the program.
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats? Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are Farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Game Night is presented in part by Farmers Insurance, Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance. See what a center can do for you.
Was founded based on the belief that the interests of our clients must always come first.
We listen and understand your objectives before making a recommendation.
We customize the portfolio of investments to fit your goals.
It is our commitment to provide a strong line of communication.
Our services include family wealth management, saving for retirement, and estate planning and trust services.
Getting started is as easy as picking up the phone. After all, when everything is said and done, isn't it about time?
Gear up this season with the MGN Shop, featuring everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats and outerwear, to water bottles, stickers, and other accessories that help show off your style and your support of Game Night, the Granville Bulldogs, and more. To shop, click on the Shop Merch tab at the top of MichiganGameNight.com and browse nearly 50 items. And be sure to check in frequently as new items are added throughout the season. That's the MGN Shop through MichiganGameNight.com. And welcome back, everyone, to Game Night as we get ready for a big one this week in the West Shore Game of the Week. And excited to have on another state champion and another Michigan high school coaching Hall of Famer this week. It's Craig Tibby with the Unity Christian Crusaders. Coach, first off, thanks for your time today, and how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me. It's been a good start to the season for us, and yeah, it's flying by, man. We're in week 5 already.
I know we say that I feel like every year, but especially this year's going so quickly. And your team heading into this big matchup, you're coming off a really impressive win over Forest Hill Central. You guys score 43 points in that game. You've scored north of 37 points in every game this year. Tell us a bit about that FHC game first, and the statement you think you made kind of within the locker room and outside of how good this team is playing football right now.
I don't know. I know we're heading into week 5, and this is when you start to kind of get a handle on kind of where you fall, I guess. Like you start looking at comparative scores and some of the teams you've played and who they've played, and you do your best to attempt to sort that out. But beyond that, I think our kids are doing some good things. There's certainly far from perfect on a lot of things here, but I like the energy. I like the intensity that we've showed up with, and maybe a little bit of fight maybe that we haven't had so much the last year or two, and it's good to see.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked before the year, and I think you mentioned, especially up front, there were a couple pieces shifting around, but because of injuries and other reasons last year, you look at the running backs, the quarterback position with DeHoop, and other places, you were able to return a lot of guys back into their same roles for this year. How much does that help with getting off to a good start and, maybe bringing along some of those other guys as well that are coming into new roles to have guys that are coming back with that experience?
It is certainly helpful. I think every team, I'm guessing that most teams, I should say, probably go through similar stuff that we did, and so you're constantly replacing and trying to figure that all out, and having a few more back sometimes can give you a little bit of a leg up on the teams that are trying to figure that out yet. And we were definitely there last year. We're not perfect yet. I mean, we've moved some people around, and people that I started earlier are not starting now and are now working back into it. And I think it's for us trying to find a balance too of how much are we playing this kid. We're trying to play as many kids as we can and still be as competitive as possible. And if a kid has to play a ton on D and a ton on O, we got to try to figure that out. And so we're working on that balance, but having a little experience gave us a good start, and I think that some of the young guys are starting to realize what it takes as well by this point.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned that trying to be competitive. I mean, you are in the OK Gold this year, might be one of the, if not the best conference pound for pound in the area, maybe even in the state. How much does that help the team in the long run to be able to have that many really good games against even some teams that you may have to see in the playoffs, to be able to build that experience throughout the season?
Well, I mean, when we were in the OK Green, the old one, we rarely could. I mean, we're usually like, in that 4th spot, somewhere in the middle. We always felt like we just were never quite good enough to make it. And you're playing some of these really solid schools, but in the end, it kind of, when you start to look at it, it did prepare us for some really good stuff come playoffs, because you're going to be playing teams like that. And so, I don't know where this conference stands. I think there's some really good teams in here, and we look up and we're like, holy cow, how are we going to hang here with this team and that team? And it does get you kind of in a mindset where we have to prepare, because you don't prepare for these teams, it gets handed to you quickly. And you have to learn how to fight a whole game. You can't go out and play a part game. And that's the stuff that when you get into the playoffs too, if you can make it that far, if we can survive it, and we're healthy enough, I hope that those are the experiences that prepare us for some of those solid games come playoff time.
Yeah, absolutely. And certainly one of those games in terms of really good teams you're looking at is this week's game with Zeeland West. And we had Coach Shillito on our program last week, and I asked him kind of a similar question that I'll ask you here. But, from the outside, people look at this matchup and they see Power T versus Power T, but you guys run some different things within that system, certainly. I guess for the fans at home, what are some of the the key little differences you think that maybe stand out the most between the way you run your offense and the way Coach Shillito runs his version of the T?
Yeah, there's always some nuances, isn't there? I wish I could run it as good as he does. I'll say that. I mean, that man is the guy, the go-to guy here when it comes to this stuff. So, but there, I mean, I have watched him and copied stuff from him and said, man, I really like this. And we've tried it. And sometimes it works. And sometimes, he's just better at it than I am, or figuring that all out. And it's kind of fun. But for us, typically, and I would think that he would probably say something like this as well. Part of that difference has been out of necessity for us not being maybe as physical as some of the teams we face. And here, flat out, I mean, if you're going to get out hit, I don't care what offense you run, you're going to be in trouble. And I think this offense does allow for us to have some tweaks and changes that maybe allow us to get by a little bit and maybe survive a little bit when we're not as big or as fast as some of the teams that we might be playing. Gives us a chance to stay around a little longer. So, he's going to be in that straight T. We're in the straight T a lot, but I probably would break that T quicker than he would, and probably out of necessity. If no one's going to make me break it, then I'm not going to break it. And I think that for him, it's very similar. I know last year he was throwing some gun stuff around. I think he was having fun with that. But I think his heart sits right back in the tee, and that's where he's most comfortable, and he's just a master at it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's honestly about exactly what he said when I asked him about the different tees. He mentioned you being really a master of being schemy and kind of breaking things and changing things, maybe about a bit out of necessity. And that kind of goes to my next question. So whenever you get these T versus T matchups, I think there's a couple ways that you can see them go. Sometimes both teams will just lean on each other with their base stuff and hope that their skill can kind of beat past the other skill and maybe get that breakthrough score or two. Other times you'll see guys, like you just mentioned, maybe break out of it, change things. Obviously, you're not going to give away any of exactly what you're thinking. But in this game, do you think this is kind of a game where both teams are going to feel each other out, sit in their base, look? Will they break, you think, out of that, or do we see a little bit of both maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you look at him and even we just, you get some of the film like watching them with Zeeland East last week, and he just hammers away on he's going to do this. And now I know he was minus his QB last week, so that changed it a little bit too. When you lose one of the best athletes on your squad, you become a little more, you fall back to what you're most comfortable with, I guess. But his kids they know how to do it. And you can see all the little blocking tweaks that he puts in there, with his kids. And so I don't know. I mean, I see both of us probably sticking with it and seeing how it goes. And then maybe hoping to be able to adjust in time if it's not going well. It's kind of how you start out. You look at it and you say, I mean, they make me incredibly nervous. Their D-line is so active. Man, I don't know how we're going to be able to block them up front. They're just so active and they look strong and fast. So they're giving me some nervous feelings already.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was interesting. We did their game last week, and you look at a team like Zeeland East, they normally like to have two tight ends and run the ball. They were going 3 and 4 wide and really just kind of, throwing it around. So, you mentioned when you're dealing with a defensive line like that, and really all three levels of their defense has been so stout against the run. What is kind of the mindset? Or is it really a focus on trying to find a way to be disciplined with the blocking? Is it a scheming thing? Is it a combination? What do you kind of have to do to try to work around a defense that is so uniquely designed to stop the run effectively like they are?
Their toughness level is very high. They come right at you. And so it's going to have to be a combination of things. Like if there's a way for us to catch them on something, because that's about all it is. They're so sound, and they're so well coached that there's never going to be a consistent problem. We might get one thing and then they're going to fix it, and then you're going to have to figure some stuff out. Their kids don't make mistakes. They're so consistent in what they do. and they play so well together as a unit. You just watch everything they do. I saw the same thing. Zeeland they had to throw because they can't run at them. Mm-hmm. And but even with that, they'd give up a couple here, a little thing there, and then all of a sudden it shuts it down, and Zeeland was scrambling again. So I don't know for sure. I have thoughts of what I would like to see us do, and I just don't know if we're going to be athletic enough and physical enough to accomplish what I would like, and so it could be a tough night for us,
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think that's your team certainly has proven how good you guys are. Last question, other side of the ball. Their unit running, likely getting Trey Slotak, the quarterback, back. You've got a lot of speed at quarterback, a lot of speed at fullback, and then a couple of 200-pound running backs. If they put on either wing and they can kind of really thump you that way, they have the speed, mix. How difficult is it to stop a T? And you guys have some of the same look, but how difficult is it to stop a T unit like they have that have multiple guys that do different things within their offense?
One of the key things and John knows this, I mean, he knows he's got some good speed. Hendricks flies. Vanderswag is big and flies. Trey is so athletic. He can do. He challenges you all over the field as well with throwing and running. And so, when those guys get a seam, they make you pay. And you work so hard to get kids to fill and do their assignment. And if we have one tiny little breakdown, their speed will make you pay dearly. And I think that's going to be a big difference. I wish we had that kind of speed. We do have some good size on our backs, and they do a great job. But if we were going to line them up and have a race, I think they're going to beat us in that area. And that's deadly in this offense. They can score so quickly. It's just like a deep ball in the passing offense. They can hit you with that, and you've worked so hard. You just did everything right for 7 plays in a row, and that 8th play, bam, he's gone, and there you sit, So we got to make them work for everything. We say this every time we play them is they're going to grind it out. They don't make mistakes. They don't fumble the ball. They don't block poorly. They make you earn everything, and our kids just got to be mentally ready to withstand that. And if they get in the end zone after a 12, 14 play drive, that's the way it is, and we can't feel bad about that. Otherwise we get a little upset.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot wait to watch this game. It's going to be a terrific chess match and a terrific battle between obviously 2 unbeaten teams and 2 coaches that are as good as it gets. Coach, thank you again so much for your time today, and good luck this week, and good luck the rest of the season as well.
Get it. Thank you.
Jets has been making the best Detroit-style pizza on the planet for over 40 years because we've always been committed to quality, like hand-pressed dough, fresh mozzarella, and sauce made from Mama Jet's secret family recipe, all baked to perfection for the thickest golden crunch. So go ahead, build your own Detroit-style pizza or order one of our specialties, like the all-meaty or Jet 10. Jets, better because it has to be.
167 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
Hey sports fans, my name is Ava, and I go to Cityside Middle School, which is just a couple doors down from Coldwell Banker, where my mom, Angela Reed, works. She has been a top-ranked realtor for several years and loves to help people. If you are looking to buy or sell a home in West Michigan, be sure to call my mom, Angela Reed, at 231-730-2274. That is Angela Reed at 231-730-2274. Have a great day.
The 76 Diner and Truck Stop would like to invite you and your families to come and check out their diner. With locations in both Byron Center and Coopersville, they're a great place to stop before or after the game. They have a wide variety of menu choices to feed all the kids. They serve breakfast hot all day, and they're able to accommodate all of your large group needs. Their full menu is available for takeout orders, and they have online ordering at 76truckstopdiner.com.
Founded in 1969, J&H Family Stores has grown from a single tank truck to over 50 convenience store locations in West Michigan. Our locations offer a variety of fuel options ranging from Exxon, Mobil, Marathon, and Citgo. At many of our stores, you'll also be pleased to find a Tim Hortons or Subway. Find the location near you by visiting myjhfamilystores.com. There's one in your neighborhood.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. Outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
Ruff. He'll turn, give, Terry, busting into the open field. There he goes. Jaden Terry Granville with an answer and another Bulldog lead. Give the discouraged fake. Biss in the backfield, evading a man, throws out of the tackle, incomplete. Zeros across the scoreboard. Harper Woods have won the state championship, their first in school history, in unbelievable, thrilling fashion. Fake handoff, guy up the middle, big hole, bursting over the 40 to the 45-50, angling right at the... And welcome everyone here to Hudsonville, a little ahead of schedule on the kickoff here, so we're rolling right into it. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, 4-0, 4-0, top of the OK Gold. Unity Christian in the all-home navy blue uniforms, white numbers, helmets in navy blue and matte black with the UC logo on either side. Get ready to send this one on away to the Ducks, who are in their all-traveling whites. Helmet is in that traditional all dark green look. Cody Walters, the junior, puts the right leg through the ball. Near side driver taken in the end zone by Isaac Vanderzwag, and we are going to be underway as we'll see this high-powered Ducks offense be the first out of the field. The Family Fare tailgate special this week is fresh, all-natural, boneless chuck roast for only $3.99 a pound. Visit shopfamilyfare.com for all the specials. So this Zeeland West offense, fresh off a win in the Bird Bowl. Last week they scored 28 points. The big story with them, it was Drew Albrecht, the sophomore, last week at the controls of the offense. This week, Trey Slotok returns to the field CT, and Slotok leading this T offense in a T versus T battle will make all the difference.
Yeah, no doubt, having his experience and playmaking ability back underneath center. Drew Albrecht did a nice job running the offense, but you open up the playbook with Slotok under center.
They put Vanderswag in motion. They pitch it near side to Hendricks, the speedy back over the 20-yard line, gets shoestring tackled by the 215-pound reigning all-state linebacker Nolan Viss after a gain of 3 up to, or make it 4, up to the 24-yard line. Hendricks starts in the middle of Brody Moss, the senior who's back in the starting unit for the Ducks in the backfield this week, and now Moss actually goes back to the sideline as Jonah Leslie will check in for him, and Isaac Vanderswag also out there. The following companies are hiring in your area: Industrial Innovations, ProStamp, and Enterprise Tool and Die. To see all the companies that are hiring, check out the standings page on MichiganSportsRadio.com. And the standings page there brought to you by the Precision Metal Forming Association. Out of the tee, give to Vanderswag over the right guard spot over the 25-yard line. Vanderswag dives into a pile where he's got it 2 yards short of the first down, up to the 28-yard line. Vancouvering in on that stop along with Ethan DeCock, the senior defensive tackle. So a 3rd down and 2 on the way, up to the 28-yard line for the Ducks. Again, the traveling white uniforms. Both teams were at the tee. This is a game that's going to go very, very quickly tonight. 10:48 and less to go on the clock. 2 tight end tee back out there. McLaren and Smyers, the starting tight ends for Trey Slotok. Slotok gives to Leslie, lowered the shoulder right around the 30-yard line. The pile pushed him back. He'll, on the forward progress, have just enough, though, to move the chains. Sean Vanderswag, the big senior outside linebacker, put a hit, and actually, yes, the mark will be right at the 30-yard line, and it will move the chains for the Ducks. So 3 plays, 10 yards, exactly what both teams are looking to do in this game.
Yeah, nice opening series from Zeeland West. Exactly what you're going to see a lot of here tonight from both teams. Able to get the 3rd down conversion on 3rd and 2. They turned to their power back that they kind of used a little bit more last week. And Leslie, those 3rd and 4th down short yardage situations, he was the power back.
1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Something we'll say a lot. 2 tight end tee. 4 down on the front line and 2 high safeties for Unity Christian. A give fake to Hendricks. End around keeper falling to the 32-yard line on the dive is Trey Slotok on the quarterback keeper. Almost a little bit of a read option type play right there with the fullback, and this is something that this offense does a lot of with the athleticism of Slotok back in the offense. This is a very, very for both these teams, especially Zeeland West, a very quarterback-driven run game as well within the T.
Yeah, that was probably one of the things I was missing last week for the Ducks in their offense. Having Albrecht out there kept the game plan pretty simple and giving the ball to the backs. With the Slotok back out there, that opens up some of the quarterback run game and the bootlegs.
A beautiful but breezy night. 2nd down and 8 from their own 32-yard line here for the Ducks. So the first of the ball, a quick hitting give up the middle to Keaton Hendricks. He'll angle to the 35-yard line before he gets absolutely shut down. A big leveling blow from Max Vancouvering, the outside linebacker, who will be kind of his opposite on the other side of the ball at the fullback spot. So 3rd down and 5 on 35-yard line. Clock ticks under 9:15 to go, as Steemstra also will get credited on that tackle. And inside, an interesting 4-3 defense and linebacking group for Unity Christian, because they're 3 running backs. They're also 3 linebackers that start for this team. And a lot of guys play both ways for Coach Tibby. Under center, 3rd down and 5 from their own 35-yard line. Slotok going to work. Defense crowds in. Fake give. Quarterback keeper right side. Cuts it at the 35 and spins ahead, but will not have enough for the first down. 2 yards short of it as he was hit from behind by Vancouvering. To the sideline, Viss also credited the tackle. They will go for it here. A 4th down and 2 up to the 38-yard line. Once again, the quarterback run game involved, but not a ton there.
Yeah, Slotok wanted to roll that one out wide to the right side. Pretty good pursuit by the Crusaders there, shutting off that edge, forcing him back to the middle of the field. That spin moved more back towards the hashes, and then good pursuit on the backside as well, able to wrap them up and give themselves a chance on 4th down.
Ball on the right hashes here at Hudsonville. 8:16 to go. A 4th down and 2 for the Ducks, looking to keep this drive going. Slotok gets the snap, misdirection to the backfield, down he goes. 4 Navy jerseys all over him. He and Leslie and Hendricks got all tied up in the backfield. A loss of a couple. Everyone on the front line made the contact, and Unity Christian will get the ball starting at the plus 35-yard line.
A rare mistake for a Zeeland West offense right there. Looked like Slotak and Hendricks on different pages as to where the fake and the handoff was going to be going. They bumped into each other, halted both of their momentums, and the Crusaders able to get in the backfield.
Two teams that absolutely have state championship and might both wind up being state champions this year. Unity Christian, the huge win last week, 43-20 over Forest Hill Central, a big-time statement maker in a game that was played at Granville. They start left hash mark Jack DeHoop. The senior quarterback played the second half of last year with Viss, Vancouver, and Steenstra. This unit all in the backfield. They fake one, thrown on the screen right side to Vancouver. Has speed over the 25 and dives inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. I have covered a lot of T football between Unity Christian, Zeeland West, and Granville. I don't know if I've ever seen a fake handoff screen like that thrown to a fullback like Coach Tibby just drew up, but already the creative plays coming for UC.
Yeah, coming into this one, we wondered which coach would be the one to kind of break the traditional T that we've seen so much of, and I think the answer right there on the first play from scrimmage for the Crusaders on offense. Still out of the T, but running that swing pass out of the backfield, a very unique look for a T offense like that.
Mark will be the 16-yard line. Vancouvering, who caught that one, is the fullback. Viss to his left, Steenstra to his right. DeHoop will give this one to Steenstra. The 215-pound back ran over the linebacking court inside the 10, dives down to the 5-yard line. Hendricks the stop, first and goal. Unity Christian is rolling right now to start this game. The defense a big stop. Zeeland West was the favored team, a D3 team coming into this one. Even Coach Tibby in our pregame show didn't necessarily seem to be the most positive about his chances. I didn't necessarily agree with him. The Crusaders are off to an incredible start.
Yeah, they sure are. 2 chunk plays, 1 in the pass game, 1 in the run game. Just like that, they're down to the 5-yard line with a chance to grab an early lead.
First and goal, 5-yard line. Chapman and Vanderswag, the starting tight end unit. Under center will go Jackson DeHoop. The right tackle, big 305-pound Jackson Fless up the middle. Give to Steenstra, diving for the goal line. Shut down at the 1 as he was hauled down in the middle there by Brody Smyers and company. Tyler Bauman in on the stop, but second down and goal right up to the 1-yard line. So Unity Christian continuing to very quickly work on this drive.
This exact situation now. The offense got the entire playbook open for them. They've got a couple different chances at it from the 1-yard line. Power football is right where they want to be.
Under center, 2 tight ends. And out of the T, as we are going to see all game long, Jackson DeHoop give to Steenstra, left side, hole open, spins into the end zone, touchdown, Unity Christian. The Crusaders get a stop, and they strike first.
Perfect start to the game for the Crusaders. Really most of the work done by the defense to get great field position on the turnover on downs, get the football, and then the offense making quick work of the short field, able to quickly work down, score the touchdown, and take the early lead.
Absolutely, and we will see Unity go for 2 right here as Coach Tibby gets the call into his senior quarterback, Jackson DeHoop. Operated that drive very well, especially with, first off, that little screen pass that set things up, got him rolling downfield, and then they go to the big guy, Steenstra. But, by the way, so much size in this running back room in total. 215 Viss, 215 Steenstra. They can really lean on you. And the Crusaders will go for 2. Already with the first lead of the game. 6:21 to go. A turn, a fake give, DeHoop to keep it. Over the right side, racing to the last defender, but Keaton Hendricks lays him out at the goal line to keep a Shirley diving into the end zone. DeHoop out. It'll remain 6-0 on that terrific defensive play. We're going to step aside and be right back here from Hudsonville.
Looking to secure your property with a high-quality fence from a top-rated fencing company? With limitless options and quality fencing materials, Superior Fence and Rail is West Michigan's premier fence installation company. Veteran and locally owned, we're honored to support the West Michigan community and their sports programs. To learn more, visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com or give us a call. Superior Fence and Rail, protecting what matters.
Welcome back to game night in the West Shore Game of the Week. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, fast start for Unity Christian. A quick stop against the unbeaten Ducks, and then the unbeaten Crusaders quickly march down, and Isaac Steenstra punches it into the end zone. Walters will punch this one once again into the end zone, taken on the back pedal by Brandon Holman, and here comes the Zeeland West offense, who was held pretty quiet on their first drive of the game. New for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action tomorrow when the Knights travel to Kalamazoo College, and you can tune into that game starting at 6:15 on MichiganSportsRadio.com. I believe it is the first night game in the history of the MIAA. I read somewhere, which is definitely going to be neat to see. At their own 20-yard line, Zeeland West now down 6-0. Will have to go to work right here. They got Trey Slotak back this week, which is so big for this offense. Slotak will turn and fake the handoff. He'll bootleg right, decide to keep it after thinking about throwing it. Dives over the 20 into a pile to the 22-yard line. As once again, they get him involved for the the pass or run game, but very quarterback-centric offense right now for Zeeland West continuing. Didn't get a ton there, though. It will actually on the forward progress be marked to the 24-yard line for a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, design pass play there on the bootleg. Slotak was looking downfield, but pretty quickly able to recognize. Didn't like the coverage downfield, just tucked it, able to get 4.
From their own 26, back to work, 2 tight end T for Trey Slotak right here. By the way, Brandon Holman now has joined on the left side of that T along with Vanderswag and Hendricks. This is Hendricks on the quick hitter. He dives into the secondary up to the 28-yard line, 2 yards short of the first down marker. DeHoop and company in on the stop, and a 3rd down and 2 right here for this grinding team. It was into the secondary of the dive. The first contact was again made by the big guy, Jaden Fless, 305 pounds, like I mentioned. On that last drive is in from the sideline of the call comes Slotak. He wears number 2 in the all-white traveling uniform. Numbers are in green. Helmets are in that deep green. 5 minutes to go, first quarter, 6-0 Unity Christian. Second drive of the game for Zeeland West. They've gotten 1 first down so far. They'll try to get another right here. Slotak on 3rd and 2. Give to Vanderswag. Lowered the head. Got lit up just shy of the marker once again. He got stood up by Vanderswag, Dang, and a couple other blue jerseys. It'll be a 4th down and less than a yard. As we've seen some good hits thrown already. We've got some Car Center hit of the game options as some good hits being thrown, and a really nice one right there to keep the big Vanderswag away from leaning for the first down.
Yeah, Vanderswag had the football wrapped up. Looked like he was going to have enough power to get across the line there, but a nice hit to drop him just short. And for the second time in the first quarter, the Ducks going to have to go for it in 4th and short.
4.5 minutes to go and a 4th and 1 right here. Slotak, quarterback keeper, over the 30. He's got it by a couple of inches, just enough on the dive. That will move the chains for the Ducks and pick up their 2nd first down of this ball game. But right now, if you're just looking at who's getting the movement, it has definitely been advantage Unity Christian.
Yeah, even right there, a very sketchy conversion on the quarterback keeper. Slotak able to push forward and get it. But the Ducks right now not seeing those chunk runs that we've seen from them in the past, and I think that's a part of the Crusaders' defensive game plan is they'll give up 3-4 yards and make you drive the distance of the field. They just don't want to give up that long run.
Skaggs is checked in here for McLaren. 4 down front on the other side from the 30-yard line. A 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs, some misdirection, a give to a diving Brandon Holman, nearly shot out of the pile before he got laid out after a gain of 6 yards by Hunter Grassmid. But Holman looking a lot like his older brother Parker that we've seen so much the last couple years and nearly slithering free as we are seeing Coach Shillito change up this running back unit way more than he did a week ago against Zeeland East.
Yeah, bringing a couple different guys in and getting some reps early on in the game. Holman right there. Could tell the Crusaders a little bit faked on that one. Holman got to the next level. Biggest run of the night so far for the Ducks.
2nd and 3 from their own 37-yard line. Clock ticks under 3.5 minutes to go. First quarter. Give to Hendricks, the speedy fullback up the middle. Bounced off the first wave. Actually, sorry, check that. It's actually kept by Slotak, and he'll take it to the 40-yard line. They were both kind of tackled by the same wave. So once again, Trey Slotak gets involved in the run game. He'll have a delayed, again, these are kind of read option plays, almost thinking more to the wing T triple option version of the offense than the power T, how they're running some things right now.
Yeah, it sure is. And quick hitting as well there. Just a little turn to the side. Slotak looks like he's going to give it and then immediately pushes upfield, running essentially the same gap as the fullback would, just the timing a little bit different and showing that handoff first.
So once again, they move the chains right on the number. And now they will go to a shotgun split back formation from the gun. Give to the speedy Hendricks to the right side of the 45-yard line, breaking a tackle ahead to the 48 where he's forced his way out of bounds by Vancouvering, gain of 8 yards. Coach Tibby maybe lied to us. He said maybe I'll be the first one to break the tee. How about that? Shotgun straight T, essentially a split back formation with a standing quarterback in the middle and a wing off the right side. Zeeland West going deep into the bag of tricks early.
Yeah, we know last year Coach Shillito used a little bit of that gun formation. Haven't seen a ton of it this year, but early on in this one, showing that to the Crusaders.
Back to the straight T here. Mark is going to be actually the 46-yard line, so only a gain of 5 on the initial out-of-bounds mark. Slotak will give this one to Isaac Vanderswag. Stutter step up the middle, and he's laid on 2 from behind after a gain of 3 yards or so by Grassmid. Falling forward progress will make this one a 3rd down and 2 from the 48-yard line. So once again, 2 yards to go here on 3rd down for Zeeland West, who's been very slowly chunking it, moving some clock as well. We take under 2:15 to go first quarter. Slotak will break the huddle. Jace Henry, his sophomore center, will get set as Slotak will go to work again from the shotgun. Wing off the left side is Moss, and a pair of backs to either hip from the shotgun. High snap, settle down, run up the middle, diving attempt over the 50. Will get to the 49-yard line and get the first down for Trey Slotak inside 2 minutes to go. This is pretty darn creative. It's Grandville a couple years ago ran a single wing. It has some similar feel to that, but it's essentially a split back T.
Yeah, it sure is. And 2 times now in the first quarter. That time to convert a big 3rd down right around midfield. Essentially just a quarterback power out of the gun. Slotak able to grab that high snap and then power forward, pick up the first down for the Ducks.
Interesting start to this ball game. Steenstra the lone scorer. Once again, Zeeland West will go to the shotgun right here. It's Hendricks from to the right hip, I should say. Left side goes Vanderswag from the gun. Fake handoff. Rolling right to pass here is Slotak. He'll tuck it down, sidestep a defender, and dive to around the 45-yard line for a gain of 4 on first down. We'll take under a minute to go by the time we run this next play.
Yeah, there again, Slotak looking to throw the ball down the field. Had a deep corner route from one of his tight ends and then a little underneath as well, but right away didn't like it. Just tucks it, picks up 4 yards on first down, and keeps the offense moving in the right direction.
So to describe the shotgun formation, again, it's both the running backs to his hip. They aren't standing like the way Caledonia runs the split back gun. They still have their hand in the ground as if they are T guys, and they have a wing off one side, a tight end off the line on the other. Back to the straight T here. Mark was now put up to the 45-yard line. Quick give on to Hendricks, breaking the first wave of tackles, has his leg grabbed onto by Viss, but Hendricks able to win that battle and fight his way over the 40, down to the 39-yard line. That will move the chains. No, it won't. Mark is going to be right at the 40-yard line. I think Coach Shillito was maybe thinking the same thing I was at first, how he's talking to the official, but it's going to be 3rd down and less than a yard. And with 10 seconds and less on the clock, it looks like Zeeland West is willing to take this one into the break. And that is exactly what they'll do. 6-0 Unity Christian after the first. A very, very interesting ball game to say the least so far in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Game Night in our West Shore Game of the Week.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple, to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
Mosquitoes outnumber humans by like 1,000,000 to 1. So who are you giving your blood to? The humans or the mosquitoes? It's us versus them. And I think they're winning. So donate blood with Versity Blood Center of Michigan today.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
And welcome back here to Hudsonville. Fresh 12 minutes on the board. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer in our West Shore Game of the Week. An interesting start to this one. Isaac Steenstra, the lone scorer, and a 6-0 lead after the first quarter. Zeeland West has got the ball back in what's been a very, very creative drive. They'll go to work out of their stock 2 tight end T unit. They've got a 3rd down and less than a yard from just inside the 40-yard line. 4 on the front line coming for Unity Christian defensively. A give on to the leaning Hendricks, and the fullback will push his way into the pile ahead to the 38-yard line. That will move the chains before Fless will strong-arm him back about 5 yards after the forward progress. 1st and 10 as Zeeland West continuing with a creative attack to chunk their way down the field, or grind their way, not really chunk their way down the field on this one.
Yeah, it hasn't been coming easy for the Ducks in the first quarter and into the second. They've had to show a couple variations of their offense, but now been able to move the chains a couple times, get across midfield, taking well over 6 minutes into the 7-minute mark here to go just over 40 yards, but still moving the chains in the right direction.
Back to the 2 tight end tee. First half a minute gone here in this second quarter from their own, or from the opponent 38-yard line. Slow talk under center, delayed give. Brandon Holman, 2 hands on the ball, falls into the pile. He's just short of the 45 to the 46-yard line. Gain of about 3 on first down. DeCock in the middle of the stop as Chapman will check in here for the Unity Christian defense. 11-10 and less to go. Zeeland West will have a 2nd down and 8 is going to be the mark. Only 2 yards to the 36-yard line, the mark here. Slotak breaks the huddle once more. 2 tight end tees staying out there. They go the base look right here. 3 on that top defensive line. Couple of high safeties for Coach Tibby. Slotak has shown the ability to pass already. Give to Vanderswag up the middle. Ran straight into the pile. And Viss and Vancouvering were right there to engulf him. He dove over the 45, or 35 I should say, down to the 34-yard line. Steenstra credited the tackle. 3rd down and 5. 33-yard line here for Zeeland West. So once again, 3rd and medium they got to figure out.
See if they want to try the play action game. They've tried it a couple different times. Not been able to find anyone open down the field. 3rd and 5. If you keep it on the ground here and get another 2 or 3 yards, give yourselves a 4th down opportunity. One very similar, one that they've converted, one that they didn't convert. See if they want to try to pick it up right here, all in one.
3rd and 5, 33-yard line here for the Ducks. Back to the 2 tight end tee. Moss and Vanderswag to either side in the backfield of Keaton Hendricks. Snap to Slotak, fake give, bootleg left, ball gets away from him, pressure all over. Dang running to the football, pile at the 50-yard line. And it is going to be Unity Christian. It's going to be held on to by Zeeland West, and it will stay with the Ducks. But this is going to be a 4th and eternity, CT.
Yeah, Slotak trying to roll out to the left there. Tucked it and looked, he either got hit from behind or just was trying to tuck it away, and the ball went bouncing free. Went back a long ways, back across the other side of midfield, 10 yards or so. Crusaders had a couple guys there. Looked like they were going to maybe have the potential to scoop and score, but I believe it was Skaggs for the Ducks. Fell on it, able to at least save the possession, and eventually now the Ducks going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, and that's what kind of got me, because it was 3 on the other side. Dang, that was the first one that made that contact, or made the contact of the football, I should say. Falling on it, Skaggs the good play, and West will be forced to punt this one away, something they do not do a ton. Vancouvering back to his own 15-yard line to receive this one. Right leg through the football. Tumbling punt will take a good Zeeland West bounce to the far side inside the 10-yard line as that one's let go. It was Lencioni on the punt, and Unity Christian already with a 6-0 lead, 8:44 to go second quarter. Will start up their offense once again. They were able to move the ball easily on that first drive of the football game. Uccello's Restaurante has a restaurant near you where great food and sports come together. Check them out at uccellos.com. So the Satyrs will start. The mark goes inside their own 10-yard line to the 9 off a great punt there from Lencioni. 8:44 to go in the first half, and a chance here to grind some clock. Interestingly, from Unity Christian, they are not using their kind of traditional up-tempo, no-huddle style of going quickly. They've been running to hoop on and off the field with a call, taking their time on their first couple drives of the game right here. So that certainly was one storyline to watch in the game, and so far Unity Christian has been working with a little bit slower tempo. A give here on a Steenstra, breaking a tackle at the 20, racing in the open field at the 50. Only one man to try to get past, getting hunted down by Holman from behind. Stutter step to the 20, and Holman hauls him down to the 15-yard line. A field flipper and a big run, busting the open field by Steenstra.
Everything going right for Unity Christian in this first half. A big play right there. Backed up inside their own 10-yard line, immediately able to hit a big play down the field. Steenstra right up the middle between the hash marks. Fooled the defense most of the way. Eventually Holman able to catch him down from behind. but gets the Crusaders into the red zone on the first play from scrimmage.
All the way up to the 17-yard line and into that red zone for the homestanding Crusaders, who are making a statement early in this game, already up 6-0. The defense has come up with a couple of stands, and now the offense is beginning to roll here. Out of the two tight end tee, DeHoop will go to work. Viss to the left, in the middle at the fullback spot. Vancouver, and to the right, Steenstra, who we just saw have that long run. This is a quick hitter over the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On the dive is Vancouvering the fullback for 2 on first down. The mark will be the 15-yard line officially. 7:50 and less to go in the first half. So from the 15-yard line to hoop in from the sideline with the call. Wears 2 in the home. All navy blue look for the Crusaders on their homecoming here at Hudsonville High School. It's been an impressive start to this one in the battle of the power T and the battle of the unbeatens here at the top of the OK Gold. The hoop, quick give up the middle, sidestepping run from Nolan Viss over the 10-yard line, and he will force a pile pretty much on his own all the way to nearly the 5-yard line, but he's got the 7. That'll be enough to move the chains. Good hard-charging run right there from Nolan Viss, and that will be a chain mover and a 1st and goal coming up for the Crusaders.
Yeah, Nuke coming in, and Coach Tibby talked about in his pregame interview, Zeeland West is the one maybe known a little bit more for their size along the line and their ability to move some bodies, but you have to be impressed with this Unity Christian offensive line right now. They're the one creating some space for their backs, getting those guys to the next level, have had the bigger runs on the night.
6:50 and less to go in the first half. Out of the tee from the 7-yard line, right in between the hashes. To hoop, quick give on to Steenstra. 2 hands on the ball, pushes the pile over left guard over the 5, stumbles down to the 3-yard line, and they'll make it even that much more strikeable here on 2nd down and goal from the 3, as Steenstra has really, really impressed. The touchdown already, the long run, the power, and the speed from Isaac Steenstra. He's 215 pounds, but he runs a 4.6 42. He can fly.
Yeah, he sure can. Great combination of those two assets right there. 5 carries on the game so far, 95 yards, 1 touchdown.
2nd down and goal, 3-yard line here. 6:10 and less to go in the first half. The hoop will turn. This is a give onto a charging Steenstra. 2 hands on the ball, bowls over the left side of the line, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Unity Christian. 2nd of the game for Isaac Steenstra.
Crusaders making it look pretty easy on offense right now. The first drive helped out by a short field, but this one from their own 9-yard line, get the big play from Steenstra. Goes 70-plus yards, and then eventually Steenstra a few plays later gets rewarded and gets in the end zone himself for the 2nd time.
It has been all Unity Christian so far on this one. The West defense has had no answers, and the West offense really hasn't had any answers either for a stout defensive look for Coach Tibby, a team that I think is starting to make some statements right here about maybe being able to put up some of the results of that 2021 team that last took the Crusaders to Ford Field. Delayed handoff, bootleg right to pass from DeHoop. Fires to the end zone, snagged by Steenstra, ripping it away from Brody Moss. 2-point conversion, good. And Unity Christian takes a 14-0 lead with 6:04 to go in the first half. We're going to step aside and be right back here again from Hudsonville. It is all UC right now.
Having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
There's something for everyone on Pizza Ranch's legendary buffet. Our pizza buffet features hot, cheesy goodness, slice after slice after slice. Try our signature pizzas or request your favorite combination with our Buffet Your Way option, and you'll get the first piece. With endless possibilities, you're sure to find your ranch favorites. Everyone will agree that cactus bread is the perfect dessert to end your meal. For legendary food that everyone loves, there's so much to love at Pizza Ranch.
All right, welcome back to Hudsonville. Isaac Steenstra has struck again for the Crusaders, and a pooch kickoff to the right-hand side is fair caught off the leg of Walters inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Zeeland West offense, Chandler. Coach Shuato has shown a lot of different looks. They've tried a lot of different things, but it's been slow progress compared to their opponents right now.
Yeah, on their second drive, able to move the football across midfield and looked like they were going to be headed towards the red zone, but then started going backwards, eventually turned the football over. So have been unable to find those big chunk runs that they've been known for. It's been just a lot of those 3 and 4 yard runs, which if you can get a couple of those can move the chains, but they're so used to having those big plays. Right now the Crusaders just making them sustain a drive.
2 tight end T from their own 37-yard line. Slow talk give. Leslie left side breaks off the first wave of tacklers and dives down to the 41-yard line right there. Justin Phoebus and Ryer Selvius on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 5, 42-yard line, the mark there off that grinding start. And it looks like once again, Slow talk will break him. They'll go back to the straight T right here. Tight end to either side. 4 down linemen for Unity Christian. They've got 3 on that top line as safeties here in the defensive backfield. Slow talk delayed give, then given on to Leslie, trying to work his way around the left-hand side, busting out of a cannon. Max Vancouvering brings him down in the backfield, back to around the 40-yard line. What a tackle by Vancouvering, just beating him to the edge.
Yeah, the Ducks going with a counter run that time. A couple backs going to the right and then going the other running back going back to the left, and Vancouvering not fooled by it, all over it, able to wrap him up into the backfield for a loss of 1.
Yeah, loss of 1, back to the 36-yard, back to the 41-yard line. 3rd down and 6 right here for the Ducks. They trail 14-0. Inside 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Slow talk went to the hard count. Now we'll reset the message. Keaton Hendricks, the fullback. Vanderswag, Leslie, who were the primary unit last week working with him. Coach Shiwato doesn't like the way that's setting up, and the Zeeland West Hall of Fame head man will be forced to call a timeout right here for the Ducks. 4:48 to go in the first half. Do you have a distressed home that you'd like to sell? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today at 616-816-2028 or forrealhq.com. Well, there is one way I think most people seemingly thought this game would go. I think even at least in our interview what Coach Tibby maybe thought this game would go. It has not gone that way whatsoever. Unity Christian has made a statement to me, and this is a huge 3rd down all of a sudden. 3rd and 6, too, for Zeeland West to convert.
Yeah, it sure is, and it's a Ducks offense that's been reeling a little bit. Have not had a lot of success in this first half. Turned over on downs, and then also had to punt the football away after a big negative play on a near fumble. So this team just looking like the little rusty, maybe Slow talk after a week and a half off, missing some time. Looks like things a little uneasy, trying to figure things out in a big 3rd down here in the first half.
From their own 41-yard line, 2 tight end T's. Trey Slow talk, the senior, under center. A snap, a turn, fake give, bootleg keeper left side. Has the 40 and gets tumbled down hard by Nolan Viss to the 45-yard line. Took out the legs and spinning end over end after a gain of about 3 went Slow talk. It'll be 4th down and manageable right here, about a 4th and 4. As Zeeland West is, of course, going to go for it up around midfield. The board says 4th and 2, but I think they're going to have to get that set because the mark looks more like 4th and 4 from the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Slow talk able to get just enough there to make this an easier decision to go for it. 4th and 4 is manageable for this offense, but right now the way the Unity Christian defense is playing, still a tough one to convert.
Moss will check in here. He'll go to the right side as a wingback. It's going to once again be the split back shotgun look on 4th down and 4 from their own 44. Slow talk, quarterback, power run left. Forced to the sideline, lower the head. He's got the 1st down. Met once again by Nolan Viss. This time, Slow talk, who took that big hit that put him out a couple weeks ago, unafraid, moving the chains on the quarterback, power left from the gun.
Slow talk knew he was going to get hit right there. One big jump to the left, able to get to the outside just enough to pick up that yardage that was necessary. If he broke that one to the inside, likely would have been stopped short, but able to make that one move and get just enough.
3:41 to go in the first half. 14-0 Unity Christian. Zeeland West has got it up to the 48-yard line. I don't know how excited I would be to run headfirst into Nolan Viss too many times throughout the day at 215 pounds. Slow talk, quick give. Hendricks sidesteps the defender. The fullback with some room, but a really smart play made in the secondary by Phoebus along with DeHoop to shut him down to the 46-yard line right there. It looked like Hendricks had some room to go. Instead, only a gain of about 4 yards, and actually, they're only going to mark him the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest openings Hendricks had to run through here on the night. You could see the movement along that gap there, and defense flowing the opposite direction. Looked like Hendricks had a chance for a second to break that one for a big one. Still able to get 5 yards or so on first down, but the Crusaders thankful that didn't go further.
2:53 and less to go, first half. 14-0 Unity Christian, and Zeeland West working with a 2nd down and 5 from the 47-yard line. Slotak, a slow fake handoff, rolling right to pass, through the pressure, fires it deep, overthrown. Only Isaac Deng was within 10 yards of the football, and it was about 10 yards over his head to the 10-yard line as well. Incomplete, 3rd down and 5 on the deep shot pass. The one thing that hasn't really been used by either team so much in this game is the pass game outside of that one screen from Unity Christian.
Slotak and the Ducks have been trying to find it a couple times. They've gone on those rollouts. There again, double covered down the field. Slotak feeling the pressure from Jake Chapman off the edge. Behind him, just kind of had to launch that one up there before he could see the route open.
2:39 to go, second quarter. 14-0 Unity Christian on their homecoming. 3rd and 5 for Zeeland West from the UC 47-yard line. 2 tight end T unit. Brandon Holman checks back in along with Vanderswag and Hendricks. Fake gives, Slotak keeps and just dives over to the 45-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 3 right here for the Ducks. Once again, one of those kind of read option, midline read sort of plays, and once again it goes nowhere. The forward progress will be nearly inside the 45-yard line, and it will be marked now to the 44. So a 4th down and 2 here, and the Ducks, of course, will go for it. 2:12 and less to go. They got to work with a bit of tempo right here as well if they're going to be able to get into the end zone. Zeeland West will be kicking the ball away, remember, to start this second half as well. So they really need a score right here. 4th down and 2, 44-yard line. Under center goes Trey Slotak, the senior, returning to the lineup this week. Give quickly up the middle on to Keaton Hendricks. 2 hands on the ball. He's got it over the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Leg wrapping tackle made by Max Van Koevering, but a chain mover. We're also inside a minute 50 to go.
The Ducks have tried to go to the play action game. They've gone to that shotgun formation look as well, and right now the only thing that's working is just staying to that base offense, getting 3 or 4 yards and trying to string a couple of those together to move the chains, and right there, 4th and short, able to do just that with Hendricks.
1st and 10, Unity Christian, 39-yard line. Slotak out of the tee, fake handoff. He'll keep it himself, running right. He's got the 40, lowered the head, pushed a trio of defenders as far as the 35-yard line for a gain of 4. DeHoop and Van Koevering running to that ball. Max Van Koevering has been in on almost every single tackle, it feels like, in this ball game, and a 2nd down and 6 right here. Holman will check back off the field as the power back Leslie will come in here. Once again, back to the 2 tight end T. 2nd down and 6, 35-yard line. Inside a minute to go, 55 seconds and less here. Quick give on to Hendricks, sidestepping one wave of tackles, and then Jaden Fless wraps him up after a gain of 2. He's shy of the 30-yard line still by quite a bit. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 after the marker. Zeeland West is forced to call their 2nd timeout of the half. Will stay with you here through this break. The mark will be 3rd and 3 to the 32-yard line for Zeeland West. And right now, 47 seconds, finally on this drive, a couple 4th down conversions, but finally Zeeland West getting some movement into opponent territory. But their issue they've been fighting now is that clock.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult now. 47 seconds, just the 1 timeout remaining. They're going to have to start to run a little bit quicker here. It's their most successful drive so far. Going to have a 3rd and short that they hope to pick up right here and try to score before the half, but just nothing down the field, no big runs. It's been a lot of short runs and having to stack them together. Now the clock working against them if they're going to have to put some points on before halftime.
I really hope everyone's enjoying my face in the booth cam, the way the booth is set up right here, trying to look around at the scoreboard and seeing some things. Big thanks, by the way, to Jeff Engbers and everyone at Unity Christian. A pretty crowded night here at UC on their homecoming for getting us in for our West Shore game of the week coverage. 3rd down and 3 for Zeeland West from the Unity Christian 32-yard line. This is about the furthest they've driven in this ball game, trailing 14-0. But again, less than 50 seconds on the first half clock for the Ducks, who have got to find a way giving the ball up to start the second half to get into the end zone here somehow before the end of the half. 4 down lineman against the 2 tight end T right here. Trey Slotak, the senior, injured last week for the Bird Bowl, back under center. The senior gives on to Jonah Leslie. He'll bull his way over the 30-yard line and fall ahead to the 28. That's enough on the marker to move the chains. Zeeland West working quickly with 42 seconds on the clock. And now Coach Shillito is going to call the timeout, but I think the officials have to talk about this. Zeeland, I should say, was completely set in their formation, ready to go. The official came in from the sideline with the timeout. No timeout is called, so put the timeout back on the board. 42 seconds here, 2 tight end T. Slotak goes under center again, and he will spike it. 38 seconds on the clock, 2nd and 10 coming up from the 28-yard line right here. I'm going to say I didn't think they'd be calling timeout because that's what they were setting up to do.
Yeah, it looked like they were all ready to go, and Coach Shillito, after timeout was announced, had his hands up, kind of signaling that he had not called that timeout, was not expecting it, and able to get that timeout back. Problem is spiking on first down for an offense that's needed all 4 downs to convert and move some of these chains. You're giving one of those up right away, but going to have to do that with just 38 seconds remaining.
2nd and 10 right here with, as CT just said, 38 seconds to go. Zeeland West has driven up to the 28-yard line. They stick out of the straight T right here. 4 down linemen and all navy blue for Unity Christian. Turn from Slotak, he'll roll straight left to pass, fires across his body, overthrown to the 10-yard line. Intended target was Vanderswag. He took a hit from Dang after the ball had already hit the turf at the 10-yard line, and make it 3rd down and 10. Well drawn up play, just a little overthrown there.
Yeah, timing just a little bit off. It looked like a bit of an out and up route from Vanderswag to that side. Slotak had him and tried to anticipate that throw a little bit, throw it out in front of him, but just a little bit too far for Vanderswag to run underneath.
33 seconds on the clock, 3rd and 10, 28-yard line here for Zeeland West. Slotak, the 6-foot senior, in from the sideline, will break him out. Once again, 2 tight end T, Leslie, Hendricks, and Vanderswag. Slotak, give Hendricks, immediately run into, and 4 blue jerseys shut him down after a gain of 1. The entire front line, led by Sean Vanderswag, were all over him right there. And now we will see the final timeout from Coach Shillito. 25 seconds on the clock, a 4th down and 9, but that almost doesn't completely matter. You need to get the first down to have a little bit closer shot at the end zone, but mostly just trying to draw something up to have a little bit of a long-range strike, which the Keaton Hendricks run plays aren't there. The pass plays aren't there. The shotgun plays aren't there. This Unity Christian defense has made the biggest statement of all to me.
Yeah, they've made everything difficult for the Zeeland West offense in the first half. They really do not have an answer for what the Crusaders have been doing. So here on 4th and long, see what they're able to draw up. Coach Shillito has tried to go to some of those play-action passes and the rollouts, but Crusaders have been staying home on the back end and keeping those covered down the field. Even there on 3rd and short, the Crusaders defense seeming to be one step ahead and expecting that Hendricks run up the middle. Even on 3rd and long, held that to just a yard.
4th and 6 from the Unity, 4th and 8, I should say, from the Unity Christian 26-yard line. 25 seconds on the second half clock. And Trey Slotak will break the huddle here with a message from Coach John Shillito. 2 tight end T. Skaggs and Smyers are the tight ends here on this 3rd and 4th and long play. Slotak, fake give. He'll drop straight to pass. Fires left side, wide open. Caught at the 10-yard line. Stumbling away from a pair of tacklers into the end zone. Isaac Vanderswag. Zeeland West is able to get one with 18 seconds on the first half clock.
Huge play right there from the Ducks. 4th and long situation, if not had any big plays down the field. And out of the final timeout of the first half, Coach Shillito comes up with a perfect play call right there. Vanderswag on the backside of that play. Wide open. Slotak just had to loft one up there. Comes down into Vanderswag's arms, and he's able to break a tackle and get into the end zone.
Zeeland West, we talk about game scripts so often with T offenses and staying on top of it with, really only 4 to 5 possessions total for each half. Being that they're giving up the ball to start the second half, it was so big that they got points there, and a well-drawn-up play, a well-thrown ball to Vanderswag, able to do just that. Out of the shotgun T once again. Slotak, power run right, jumps over the line of scrimmage and falls into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. 14-8 ball game as Zeeland West is able to draw within 7 right here and put themselves in a position to stay right in this ball game after the strong start from Unity Christian. We're going to step aside, be right back here from Hudsonville.
Sports fans, my name is Ava, and I go to Cityside Middle School, which is just a couple doors down from Cobalt Banker, where my mom, Angela Reed, works. She has been a top-ranked realtor for several years and loves to help people. If you are looking to buy or sell a home in West Michigan, be sure to call my mom, Angela Reed, at 231-730-2274. That is Angela Reed at 231-730-2274. Have a great day.
All right, welcome back. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer. A pass touchdown. Trey Slotak able to hit Isaac Vanderzwag right there. 18 seconds to go. Big moment in this ball game now as Lucas Smith, the senior, will get ready to send this one on away for the Ducks. Smith, right leg through the football, a driver right up the middle of the field, and that will go over the head of both deep returners into the end zone, and it will go back the other way. Now, here comes Unity Christian, CT, a team that already has controlled the offense entirely. They have 3 timeouts. They have 18 seconds. You wonder what they can try to creatively draw up right here.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't imagine you get too creative with the offense. You think you probably stay in your pretty standard offensive playbook right here, and if you break a big one, then you start to roll. But I think they have to be pretty happy with the way this first half has gone and don't want to have a mistake right here and have that go away.
And this is just going to be the quarterback kneel. So DeHoop will kneel it, and Unity Christian is plenty comfortable to take this one into the halftime break with a 14-8 lead. So we transition into our Centennial Securities halftime show. We'll have a lot of highlights, a lot of stats to break down a little bit longer, but a really surprising first half of play, 14-8. But, boy, it was way more dominant than that scoreboard says for Unity Christian. I mean, they made quite this statement early in this ballgame. A big final score from Zeeland West changes the feel of this ballgame a lot, but my goodness, Unity Christian's statement through the first 2 and minus 18 seconds quarters.
Yeah, no, for sure. The first half largely controlled by Unity Christian on both sides of the football. Defense really giving the Ducks nothing on offense, making pretty quick work of the field and able to score a couple touchdowns. Ducks able to string together a big drive, though, right there at the end of the first half, keep themselves in it as they go to the third quarter.
All right, a lot to get to. Don't go anywhere. We're going to step aside and be right back here on our Centennial Securities halftime show.
Stock up this Labor Day.
And swimming touchdown.
Find the location.
At all.
Notes in your.
This will be.
Show up and provide.
The wins and
the ball.
On the other.
West Michigan, looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
Hey sports fans, my name is Ava, and I go to Cityside Middle School, which is just a couple doors down from Cobalt Banker, where my mom, Angela Reed, works. She has been a top-ranked realtor for several years and loves to help people. If you are looking to buy or sell a home in West Michigan, be sure to call my mom, Angela Reed, at 231-730-2274. That is Angela Reed at 231-730-2274. Have a great day.
Stock up this Labor Day with amazing savings at your neighborhood family fair. With Hard, enjoy cool sips of select varieties of Pepsi or 7-Up products. Buy 2, get 3 free. Beat the heat with 6 to 12-count Outshine bars, 2 for $8. And save on items down every aisle during our Buy 5, Save 5 sale on items like select varieties of Nabisco Ritz or snack crackers, select varieties of Farmland sliced bacon, or Kool-Aid, Tang, Arizona, Mio, Country Time, or Crystal Light drink mixes. Family Fair in your neighborhood.
Rapid Sports Hall of Fame celebrates the city's rich sports history by honoring prominent West Michigan athletes and those who have contributed greatly to sports on a local, state, or national level. A class is elected each year and then honored at an induction ceremony in the fall. They also prevent annual events in support of West Michigan athletics, and they raise funds to support local youth organizations and charities. Follow them on Facebook or check out the pictures and biographies of all 181 inductees at grshhof.com.
loves Culver's.
The feeling is mutual.
Everything's made fresh.
Everything. Everything.
It's our pleasure.
This is me and my happy place.
I wouldn't trade our Culver's for any other restaurant.
Culver's.
We love our guests.
Love.
As much as our guests love us.
This is me and my happy place.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. My name's Brock Conkle with Michigan Sports Radio, and I'm being joined by Ashley Miner. She's a regional manager of Varsity, and we got a new event coming up between Calvin and Hope. What can you tell me about it?
We are so excited to announce the very first blood battle with Calvin University and Hope College. The big game on November 9 will announce the winner, and any donations from October 1 through November 6 will count towards this awesome life-saving battle.
So there's not only a battle on the field. This will be the first time that Calvin and Hope ever face each other on the gridiron. They've been battling on the basketball court for years, but a blood battle to go along with it. I think it's a great thing. How do people go about donating, and how do they get their donation to count towards the battle?
All students, alumni, and fans are encouraged to show their school spirit and donate blood at any donation center through Varsity anytime October 1 through November 6. We're in Michigan. We have 10 donor centers across the state, and we also have donor centers in Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, and Wisconsin. So anywhere you fans live, you can show up at a donor center October 1 through November 6. And then we have blood drives on campus at both Hope and Calvin on November 6th. And we will be able to, like I said, announce the winner on November 9. Just to make sure everyone's donations count, you must schedule an appointment and you must include your school mascot in the notes in your appointment. So whether you're rooting for the Knights or you're rooting for the Dutchmen, one of those codes needs to be input to make sure that your donation is counted. So Knights for Calvin and Dutchmen for Hope.
All right, make sure you get that information out just so you can keep score. Hey, this is very important. Varsity Blood Center Michigan is a local blood provider, and they supply blood for many hospitals across the state. A donation with them directly impacts lives of local patients. What are some of the other things that are important that Varsity does throughout the state of Michigan?
Well, Varsity Blood Center, like you mentioned, is the primary blood provider to the majority of the state of Michigan. We are best in patient care, and we make sure that our patients have the blood that they need when they need it. Approximately 29,000 units of red cells are needed in the United States every single day, so we take our mission very seriously to make sure patient lives are cared for in our communities.
All right, make sure you get out, give blood, and when you go and give blood, make sure you put down whether you're a Knight or a Dutchman. There will be information on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. We'll have a big flyer there that has all the information. It will take you right to Varsity where they have all the blood centers available. Great opportunity for the community. Ashley, thanks a lot for helping to put this together.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the field.
All right, can't wait to announce a winner. That'll be announced at the game as the Flying Dutchmen take on the Knights at Calvin in the first ever battle on the gridiron. That game will be on Saturday, November 9th.
"11 years and counting on the NFHS network, and a wild shootout in DeWitt. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. High school games from across Michigan at all levels have been broadcast on the NFHS network for more than 11 years now. That's more than 175,000 games from more than 600 high schools in the state. Last year alone, more than 50,000 events aired on the NFHS network. The oldest game available to watch on demand is from August 30th, 2013, a varsity football matchup between Adrian and Carleton Airport. The game Adrian won 26-7. In addition to tons of regular season contests, the NFHS network is home to MHSAA postseason events. This fall, the football, soccer, and volleyball playoffs are all available, as well as the cross-country and swimming and diving finals. In the winter, basketball, competitive cheer, gymnastics, ice hockey, and wrestling is all on, followed by baseball, lacrosse, soccer, softball, and track and field in the spring. Monthly and annual subscriptions are available, with a portion of your subscription fee going back to the school you designate. But you can watch any game from any high school in the country, including all past games that are available. Can't make it out to a game in person? Support your favorite school by watching them on the NFHS Network. Go to NFHSnetwork.com to sign up and watch. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Birmingham Groves' Teddy Abbott. He had 3 interceptions in one quarter, including a pick six and a 35-7 win over Rochester. Abbott becomes just the 4th player in MHSAA history with 3 interceptions in a single quarter. Okemos golfer Elena Lee, she fired a school record 64 to claim the individual medalist honors at the CAAC Open. She also helped her team to a school record team score and team title. And at Kingsford's Gavin Grondin. He had an 86-yard kickoff return for a touchdown as the Flivers knocked off Negaunee, avenging last season's loss to the Miners.
Graduating seniors could qualify for a tuition-free skill certificate or associate degree through the new Community College Guarantee, no matter their GPA or your household income. Or if your child plans to attend a 4-year university or career school, the Michigan Achievement Scholarship Program has them covered. They could get up to $27,500 toward a bachelor's degree or up to $4,000 for career training. Complete the FAFSA to get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
Let's talk tennis, specifically the rules around the net. First, tennis nets are 42 inches high at the post and 36 inches high in the center, and nets measure 42 feet wide. Players and their equipment cannot touch the net during a point. However, a player's follow-through can cross over the net if the ball was to hit the correct side of the court. But no part of the follow-through can touch the net. Also, the ball must completely cross the net before it can hit. If your opponent hits a high lob and you are standing at the net ready to smash a return, you must wait until the ball is completely over the net before hitting it. Making contact with the net during a play or hitting the ball before it's over the net results in a loss of a point.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. If you like touchdowns and not a ton of tackling, then DeWitt versus Hurricane last Friday was the game for you. Hurricane made the 6.5-hour bus ride up from West Virginia to take on the Panthers, and when it was done, the record book needed work. DeWitt won 70-63. Yes, there were 19 total touchdowns scored in this one. That's a touchdown every 2.5 minutes. The game was tied 7 times, and there were 7 lead changes. Hurricane jumped in front on the game's first play, a 90-yard touchdown pass. DeWitt battled back to take a 21-20 lead after the first quarter. It was tied at 35 at half, tied at 49 after 3, and both teams had fourth quarter leads. DeWitt's Elliott Larner ran for 279 yards, a new school record, and 5 touchdowns. The 70 points is a new school record, set just 3 weeks after scoring 69 in a season-opening win against Hazlitt. And on the other end of the scoring spectrum last week, Midland Dow knocked off Bay City Western 3-2. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll be back next week.
Gear up this season with the MGN Shop, featuring everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats and outerwear, to water bottles, stickers, and other accessories that help show off your style and your support of Game Night, the Grandville Bulldogs, and more. To shop, click on the Shop Merch tab at the top of MichiganGameNight.com and browse nearly 50 items. And be sure to check in frequently as new items are added throughout the season. That's the MGN Shop through MichiganGameNight.com.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
167 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
Looking to secure your property? With a high-quality fence from a top-rated fencing company? With limitless options and quality fencing materials, Superior Fence and Rail is West Michigan's premier fence installation company. Veteran and locally owned, we're honored to support the West Michigan community and their sports programs. To learn more, visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com or give us a call. Superior Fence and Rail, protecting what matters.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple, to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
Hey sports fans, my name is Ava, and I go to Cityside Middle School, which is just a couple doors down from Cobalt Banker, where my mom, Angela Reed, works. She has been a top-ranked realtor for several years and loves to help people. If you are looking to buy or sell a home in West Michigan, be sure to call my mom, Angela Reed, at 231-730-2274. That is Angela Reed at 231-730-2274. Have a great day.
And welcome back, everyone, here to Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio and the West Shore Game of the Week. 14-8 at the half. Unity Christian on their homecoming over Zeeland West. Both teams back out on the field and getting through their warm-ups. And by the way, the following companies are hiring in your area: Industrial Innovations, Pro Stamp, and Enterprise Tool and Die. To see all the companies that are hiring, check out the standings page on MichiganSportsRadio.com. Brought to you by the Precision Metal Forming Association. CT, I'll hand it over to you. Take us through some stats, and then we'll take a look back at some highlights from that first half.
All right, we'll start with Zeeland West for the Ducks. Slow Talk had one completion for 26 yards, went to Vanderswag. That was the touchdown late in the second quarter on the ground. Slow Talk had 13 carries for 14 yards. Hendricks had 10 carries, 41 yards. Vanderswag, 4 for 12. Leslie, 4 for 9. Holman had 2 for 9. For the Crusaders, one completion forward to hoop. That was to Vancouvering for 20 yards. On the ground, Steenstra led the way, 6 carries, 98 yards. This had 1 for 8. Vancouvering had 1 carry for 2, and DeHoop had a quarterback kneel at the end of the first half for -1 yard.
And all that adds up. We were just talking as well, the huge discrepancy in the offense for how these teams are rolling, especially Unity Christian's offense. Even after that kneel down, one of the more efficient offensive displays, despite only putting up 14 points we've seen.
Yeah, it was really incredible the way and the efficiency that they moved the ball. Only had a handful of plays from scrimmage, did not possess the ball for very long. Zeeland West dominated the time of possession, but the Crusaders, when they did have the football, able to move down the field and do some damage relatively quick. Nine total carries, 107 yards. Comes to just about 12 yards per carry. It would have been 13 and a half if you do the math before the quarterback kneel right there.
Yeah, that's so impressive, and they, of course, get the ball to start the second half. Let's take a look at some highlights. Let's start with the first touchdown of the game. This is with 6:21 to go in the first quarter. It was Steenstra from a yard out on the dive into the end zone after a quick drive. Tight ends. And out of the tee, as we are going to see all game long, Jackson DeHoop give to Steenstra, left side, hole open, spins into the end zone, touchdown, Unity Christian. The Crusaders get a stop, and they strike first. We're going to stick with the Steenstra theme a little bit. This one wasn't a touchdown, but it might as well have been a long run up the middle that completely flipped the field. And when you're talking about that 12 yards a pop, this was a big part of how we wound up getting there. This one from Steenstra right up the middle of the field. 50, only one man to try to get past, getting hunted down by Holman from behind. Stutter step to the 20, and Holman hauls him down to the 15-yard line. A field flipper and a big run, busting the open field by Steenstra. Everything. After that run, Steenstra certainly did not get vultured as he was able to find his way into the end zone for a second time on this plunge from 3 yards out. Once again, right about 6 minutes to go this time in the second quarter. Go in the first half. DeHoop will turn. This is a give on to a charging Steenstra. 2 hands on the ball. Bowls over the left side of the line. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Unity Christian. Second of the game for Isaac Steenstra. But Zeeland West had a little bit of an answer right at the end as a really nice find down the left side of the field. Slotak able to float it to Vanderswag as they were able to find the end zone. They picked up the 2-point conversion as well just after. The end zone, Isaac Vanderswag. Zeeland West is able to get one with 18 seconds on the first half clock.
Huge play right there from the Ducks. 4th and long situation, if not had any big plays down the field.
Apologies, I think we're about midway through the touchdown call on that one. Continuing through and wrapping up our Centennial Securities halftime show right on cue. Zeeland West will have to send it away with their senior Lucas Smith to start the second half. Left to right across your radio dial. Puts the right leg through this one. That one will tumble out the back of the end zone. And Unity Christian's offense will get ready to go back to work from their own 20-yard line. The first ever blood battle between Hope College and Calvin University runs October 1 through November 6. Mention Knights or Dutchmen in the notes when you give blood to support your school. For more information where you can donate, click on the logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage or visit Versiti, BERSITI.org. Your donation can save up to 3 lives. So, fresh 12 minutes on the board. It's been all Unity Christian despite just being a 6-point game. We'll see if this offense is going to be able to keep rolling the way that they were in the first half. 2 tight NT, Jackson DeHoop under center. Quick turn and a give to Viss. Has got some good blocking set up to the 25 and dives ahead to the 26-yard line before he is settled down by Tyler Bauman, the senior outside linebacker on the stop right there.
For as hard as the Ducks have had to work to move the ball down the field on some of their drives, it's been incredible efficiency from the Crusaders. Just a second carry for Viss. 14 yards now for him, but Steenstra have been carrying the load of the mail so far for the Crusaders when they've had the football.
DeHoop in from the sideline again. As we noted in that first half, very interestingly for a team that oftentimes goes up-tempo, they wear those armbands. It is a back to the sideline, get the huddle, more slow-rolling offense for Coach Tibby. 2nd and 4, own 26-yard line. A give here to the right side on to Viss. Has the first down, put on the brakes at the 35, turned on the jets over the 40, and got brought down by Moss from behind to the 41-yard line. Good run right there by Nolan Viss, 215 pounds, but he's got some speed and some ankle-breaking ability on him, too, and he does that over the 40-yard line.
Another chunk run for the Crusaders, this one by Viss, able to find that right end, get around the outside, and then turn it upfield, make a couple guys miss, and another big play for Unity Christian offense.
Inside 11 minutes to go in the third quarter, right here. Unity Christian will get set to work from their own 42-yard line as DeHoop is slowly in from the sideline of the call right here. All navy blue home uniforms, white towel off the back of the uniform for DeHoop, who will break the tackle as he'll settle into that 2 tight NT unit once again. Steenstra to the right, Vancouvering in the middle, and this is Vancouvering diving up the middle over the 45 to the 46-yard line before he was shut down by Will Skaggs and Vanderswag. A gain of 5 on first down on that quick give to the speedy senior Vancouvering.
I'll get a chance to see if this Unity offense can sustain a drive together like what Zeeland West has had to do in the first half. If they don't get a big play down the field, if they can hold on to the football and eat away a lot of this clock, they can give the Ducks a taste of their own medicine. They can control the clock and then put a score on the board, really set the Ducks back.
2nd and 6 from the 46. This is a give on to Viss. Lowered the shoulder into the line of scrimmage and pushed his way into Vanderswag ahead to the 47, 48-yard line for a gain of only a yard or so on that play. Will be 3rd and 5 to the 47, so 3rd and medium for the first time today for this Unity Christian offense.
Yeah, on the flip side of that, the Ducks now going to have a chance, one of their best chances on the night to try to get off the field. 3rd medium right here if they can get a stop. Force the Crusaders into a tough decision if they're going to have to punt the football away with the lead, but one of the best chances the Ducks have had to do so on the night.
A pair of Hall of Fame state champion coaches. Who's going to make the adjustment? They run the exact same system as well. 3rd and 5 on 47-yard line with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter for the leading Crusaders. Jackson DeHoop out of the tee. There'll be 5 on the front line behind, and that's a fumbled snap. A penalty marker came in at the end as someone jumped, and I think this is going to be a false start against the Crusaders. That's going to turn this 3rd and 5 back into 3rd and 10. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Looked like initially the Crusaders went to the hard count trying to draw the Ducks offside, and then the rest of the offensive line looked like center guard combo and the quarterback all stayed still and everyone else was moving. That one going to back the Crusaders up 5 yards, now make this 3rd and long.
Both of these teams to begin the year have been utilizing different looks up front, but a sophomore center for both teams is something that we have seen used. Carter Vanderveen's played a fair amount of center for Unity Christian, but they've been changing their front line throughout this ball game, and it is Vanderveen, the sophomore right here. So now 3rd down and 9 is actually going to be the mark to the 43-yard line. Quick run play, quarterback keeper left side for DeHoop. He's got the 50, angles his way out of bounds to the 48-yard line, right at where he needed to be. That'll move the chains. A good outside run there with some speed for DeHoop, able to get to the sideline and move the chains.
Seen a bunch of the run game from the quarterback position on the Duck side with Slow Talk there on the big 3rd and long. The Crusaders break it out for themselves. DeHoop able to go to the strong side of the field, turn that one up, get just enough right to the yardage needed.
They're discussing it now. The chains have moved. There was a bit of a discussion there if the chains were actually going to fully move, but right on the marker to the opponent 48-yard line. It will move, and a big 3rd and 9 pickup from DeHoop. Left hash mark, back to work, out of the 2 tight end tee for the senior quarterback. 5 down lineman for Zeeland West. Quick hitting give to Steenstra. 2 hands on the ball. Bowls his way over the 45 down to the 43-yard line before Bauman made the stop. A quick hitter right there, the way they drew that one up.
Yeah, you could tell the quarterback on that one having to get the snap quickly and then take that step in order to allow the timing for that quick hitter to work and get the ball into Steenstra's chest where he can have some momentum going through the line.
DeHoop on a 2nd and 5 up to the Zeeland West 43-yard line. 7:35 to go. Again, left hash out of the tee. Snap to DeHoop, quick give, fullback Vancouvering, and Moss is on his legs right away in the backfield, is able to just dive back to the line. A scrimmage at best right there as Vancouvering is. That'll set up a 3rd down and medium, as a really nice play is made off the edge there by the senior edge rusher Brody Moss.
The Ducks in this 3rd quarter so far doing a much better job on 1st and 2nd downs, getting this into a 3rd and manageable to where they can try to get a stop. Last time the Crusaders got backed up on a penalty, still able to convert, but once again, Zeeland West in a position to try to get off the field.
This will be 3rd down and 6. They lost a yard back to the 44. Inside 7 minutes to go in this quarter. Give to Steenstra over left guard in the backfield. Tripped up by Smyers. Got his way back to the line of scrimmage. No further. It will be 4th down and 6. Nice play made that time from the other edge. Smyers to shut things down. Zeeland West potentially has gotten a stop right here. It looks like DeHoop's getting ready to punt this one on away. That is the case. So Craig Tibby, the team gets stopped, 4th and 6, 44-yard line, and Jackson DeHoop is ready to punt it away. Zeeland West, we saw them do the same thing at Zeeland East. They aren't necessarily fully buying it. They do not have a deep returner out of this unit right now in the punt game. DeHoop will stand at his own 46-yard line. Whistles cut the air as that one was snapped. But Zeeland West, not liking how things were set up, they are forced to call their first timeout of the half. 6:03 to go, 3rd quarter, 14-8 Unity Christian. We're going to step aside, be right back here from Hudsonville, and this battle of unbeatens in the MGN West Shore Game of the Week on Game Night on Michigan Sports Radio.
Don't just find yourself, make yourself. Start businesses, build bridges, save lives, raise a whole city. This is your future, so take it and move all of us forward.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Back underway, low driving punt from Jackson to Hoop will pin its way out of bounds inside the 25 to around the 21-yard line right here. Despite the dominance of Unity Christian, CT all of a sudden, Zeeland West, that score looming that much bigger right at the end of the half as they've put themselves in a position where they can have the lead of the score here.
Yeah, definitely could have flipped the momentum right there, able to get on the board. Now the defense able to dial up a stop, and just like that, they've got a chance to go down the field and either tie or take the lead.
Straight T, slow tack goes to work with Leslie Vanderswag and Hendricks behind. 4-down lineman for Unity Christian. From their own 24-yard line is going to be the mark. And this is onto a charging Leslie over left guard. Pulls his way down to the 29-yard line. Jaden Fless, the big guy in as part of that tackling crusade. 5:45 and less to go. Gain of 5 yards to the 29-yard line. And Zeeland West, a little bit of momentum you can feel right now.
Yeah, definitely looking to capitalize on that. Nice run on first down. Picks up 5 yards, and this offense looking to carry that over.
Two tight end T once again. Zeeland West was mixing their look quite a bit in the first half, not doing that so far in this second half. This is Leslie, left side of the backfield. He's swamped. Isaac Dang came in to lay one last blow, but a forward falling run from the junior Leslie will get 2 yards at the end of that and turn it into a 3rd down and short right here. They'll even give him 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Up to the 32-yard line. So 3rd and 2, 32-yard line for the Ducks. 4:55 and less to go. Clock rolling. 3rd quarter, 14-8 lead for Unity Christian. Out of the straight T with 2 tight ends here. Slow talk. Quick hitting give. Hendricks swamped in the backfield. 4 navy blue jerseys were all over him on the give. It's 4th down and 2.
Hendricks got that one, initially facing some pressure right away from the Crusaders from the D-tackle position, tried to wiggle his way to the right side and fight forward, but lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage right there, and once again, Ducks going to be forced to go for it on their own side of the 50.
Viss, the linebacker, credited the stop. They gave Hendricks 1 yard, wriggling ahead for a 4th and 1. So 4th and 1 up to their own 33-yard line. 4:10 to go, and the Ducks will break it. They trail by 6. 3rd quarter. Slow talk, delayed message into his backs. Out of the straight T. The senior turns, gives Vanderswag up the middle, has the first down. And he will get brought down. Almost looked like the ball kind of slipped free at first the way he went down, but he slips down to the 39-yard line. That is enough to move the chains for the Ducks. 3:48 and less to go. Clock ticking 3rd quarter. It has been heavily Zeeland West advantage, as Chandler mentioned a moment ago, in the time of possession. They're doing it again right here.
Yeah, sure are. Big conversion on 4th and short right there. Really nice movement from the right side of the offensive line there. Went down when they really needed it. Vanderswag a lot of room to cut that one up.
Slow tack under center. 1st and 10, own 39-yard line for the Ducks as we tick inside 3.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Slow tack gives, stretch run left. Leslie bowling his way ahead to the 50-yard line before Dang stands over top of him, and they quick run into each other at the end of the play as well. Gain of 6 or so on 1st down there for Leslie on a good charging run. Make it 2nd and 4 right to that 45-yard line, right in between the hashes.
Last week, Leslie established himself as one of the power backs out of the Ducks' backfield, and it looks like in a game like this, where every yard is being earned, they're turning to him once again in this 3rd quarter. Another nice run on 1st down.
Slow talk breaks the huddle. A very traditional Zeeland West offense, the way that they're running it right now. Out of the tee, grinding runs, quick hitting runs to the fullback. Slow talk this time gives on Vanderswag over the right side of the line, ran into the pile and pushed it down to the 49-yard line. That's the exact mark he needs. That will move the change Isaac Vanderswag, 6'2", 200 pounds. He had 119 yards on 19 carries a week ago. He's been Coach Shillito's bell cow, and he's doing it again right now in this one.
Pick up a nice run right there. Break one tackle in the next level. Fight forward. Saves the Ducks from having to convert on third or fourth down. Moves the chains, gets them to midfield. Still not able to get those big runs down the field, but what were 1 or 2 yard runs in the first half, now slowly turning into 4 or 5.
Inside 2:15, third quarter, right around midfield here in a fresh set of downs for Zeeland West. They trail by 6. Quick hitting give, fake to Hendricks, option keeper up the middle. Slotok pushes his way and wriggles down to the 47-yard line once again. You can only describe it kind of read option midline veer between the quarterback and the fullback, the way they run that. If you watched Army last night, you're probably having a bit of an idea of how this offense might run. It's almost a little bit more of a wing tee concept than a power tee when they do run that.
Yeah, it sure is. It's tough to tell for sure if there is a read involved in that or if it's just a look to try to decoy and get the defense to bite in, but no doubt showing that fullback handoff, getting the defense and then trying to collapse there, and then the quarterback keeping it off from it.
Inside 90 seconds to go, 2nd down and 6 into enemy territory, 47-yard line for the Ducks. They trail 14-8. Slotok out of the tee, give to Leslie, left side, 2 hands on the ball, runs off the first wave of tacklers. 2 more blue jerseys shut him down. Vancouvering ran right to him to the 46-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 right here for Zeeland West. The 3rd and 5 play from the 46 will tick inside, a minute to go, third quarter. Big moment right here for both these teams. Obviously 4-down territory for Zeeland West. Slotok in between the hashes. 3rd down and 5. Delayed give, first to fake, then a give to Vanderswag, busted up in the backfield. Nolan Viss leading that tackling charge. A couple more follow right with him. 4th down and medium, right back to where they were. 4th and 5. That was a well-read play. The initial fake handoff and the give to Vanderswag, and Viss and DeCock and the entire front line were right on him.
Yeah, all night long the linebackers for the Crusaders have been flying around Viss, Vancouvering, making some big hits right there. And on that slow developing handoff, able to get in the backfield and deliver the hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Inside 10 seconds to go, third quarter, 4th and 5 from the Unity Christian 46-yard line. Slotok was going to the hard count. Final 2 seconds, he'll let it run off. That'll do it for 3 quarters of play. A 4th and 5 when we come back in a big moment in this ball game. A huge final 12 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Battle of unbeatens here in the West Shore Game of the Week.
Are you looking for a new career? Aetna Supply is hiring. Aetna Supply is Michigan's #1 plumber wholesaler, servicing local customers for over 50 years. They offer great benefits, a 401k with company match, quarterly bonuses, and no Sundays. Once again, check them out at aetnasupply.com/careers or click on their logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage.
4th and final quarter from Hudsonville. Nate Dreyer, Chandler Timmer, game night here on Michigan Sports Radio. In a big moment, teams will switch sides of the field. Zeeland West now drives right to left across your radio dial, and they have got themselves a 4th and 5 from the Unity Christian 46-yard line, trailing 14-8, a huge moment in this battle of 4-0 teams at the top of the OK Gold. Power T teams in a game that certainly is getting over quickly with the way that they've been running the ball, in particular in the second half, a grinding second half of play. 4th down and 5. Opponent 46, Slotok breaks them out, and they'll go to the split back shotgun T look, a wing off the right side. It's Jonah Leslie. Snap to Slotok, high give, fakes it to Keaton Hendricks, up the middle. Play is blown up immediately in the backfield. Hunter Grassmid breaking through, making the stop. Turnover on downs. They ran essentially a read option play. They keep up the middle, and it was read very well and even better by that defense and the offense. And Unity Christian takes it back over with 11:57 to go and a 6-point lead.
Yeah, the Unity Christian defense just so well prepared early on in the game out of that formation. They ran quarterback power with slow talk. You know, that's something they wanted to do out of that formation. This time they give that little read and give the motion and in that fake handoff to Hendricks going to the outside, but the Crusaders didn't fall for it. They knew likely Slow Talk going to be keeping it there on 4th down and able to wrap them up.
So UC now gets to start at their own 47-yard line. 11:57 to go in the ball game, and a long scoring drive is exactly what Coach Tibby would want to draw up here. Pitch left side to Steenstra, and he is unable to turn the corner before he gets snowed under, trying to find that edge by Hunter Camps, the senior defensive tackle. Back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Ball moves to the left hash mark at the 47-yard line.
I've seen both teams, for the most part, keep the run game between the tackles. I haven't seen many stretch runs to the outside. That time the pitch trying to get to the wide side of the field, but the Ducks able to get there first, cut them off for no gain.
Very few examples for our play of the game in the second half right now. There have been pretty much no highlights in terms of scoring plays or big plays outside of defensive stops like that last one in the second half of play. 11:15 and less to go. 2nd and 10 for Unity Christian from their own 47-yard line. Out of the tee, DeHoop will throw it. Right side screen caught by Vancouvering. He's got the 50, lowers the head down to the 45-yard line, and finds his way out of bounds after that lowering of the head straight into a kind of shaken up Nico Mangun, who took the harder of that blow for sure from the quick moving Vancouvering. It'll be 3rd down and 2 to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, exact same play that they ran early on in the game. Little swing pass out of the backfield, just get Vancouvering the ball quickly. Pretty much a pass straight sideways to Vancouvering, allows him to turn it upfield, pick up some nice yardage, and make this a 3rd and short.
UC will break it out. 45-yard line into opponent territory. And a 3rd down and 2. Certainly 4-down territory. A give onto a charging Vis. 2 hands on the ball. Pushes his way around the marker. And right on the number, maybe not. It's going to be a 4th down and 1. The mark is going to be short. It's going to be... No, now the down marker changes to 1. Now the chains will move. It's a 1st down for Unity Christian, as they're able to move it on a good tough run there from Vis.
Yeah, Vis able to fight forward once again, right to the exact yardage needed. Chain gang figuring it out there a second as the official set the ball down.
1st and 10, 43-yard line. Fake handoff, bootleg keeper right here for DeHoop. Sidesteps the defender at the 40, lowers his head into 3 white jerseys and pulls him down to the 35-yard line for a gain of 8 or 9 on 1st down. Some speed, some athleticism, some power there from DeHoop. A tough run from the senior will get it into very, very strikeable territory. 2nd down and 2 to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, really nice work from DeHoop to not give up on that play as he got towards the sideline off the boot. Shed the tackle, could have stepped out of bounds, would have been a gain of 1 or 2 yards, but stayed in, fought forward, and made that a nice run on 1st down.
9.5 minutes to go in the ball game, and a 2nd and 2 right here. It'll be a straight quarterback dive up the middle, right around the marker from DeHoop, as it looks like they got the 2 yards they needed on that quarterback sneak, and they should be able to move the chains on it. We're waiting for the chain gain once again to move. And it will be a 1st down. Again, delayed, but the chain gain will move, and Unity Christian will move the chains. 9:15 and less to go in the ball game as Coach Tibby, as I mentioned at the start of this drive, he wants to take as much time as possible and wind up in the end zone.
Yeah, sure does, and doing a nice job early on. And it's been that kind of game there, 2nd and short. Not going to mess around. They go right to the quarterback sneak, get the couple yards, move the chains once again. Now they can work at a slow pace.
2 touchdowns for Steenstra for Unity Christian. No one for either team have scored in the second half. DeHoop under center. Quick turn. This is Steenstra with some room. Spin move, 25. Bursting over the 20. Down to the 15-yard line and stumbling to the 11 at the end of that play before Skaggs and Holman made the stop. A quick hitting run there from Steenstra. A big moment in what's been an otherwise pretty sleepy second half with both teams grinding it away.
Yeah, Steenstra, one of the few guys on the night that's been able to find some big yardage, over 100 yards. That one goes 20-plus right there. Spin move, able to get those extra couple yards needed. Really impressive night from Steenstra thus far.
1st and 10, 11-yard line. Out of the tee, we tick under 8:20 to go in this ball game. Quick turn. This is a give up the middle to the sub fullback Levi Buller, and the junior bowls his way over the 10-yard line down to around the 8 into that linebacking core of Zeeland West, where he got engulfed. 2nd down and 7, 8-yard line, 8 minutes and less to go.
And of course, the Crusaders want to score right here, but at the same time, they're going to take every possible second that they can off the clock, knowing any score right here going to make it a 2-score game. So, of course, they'll take the score when they can get it, but going to run every second off and give Zeeland West's offense the least amount of time as possible.
UC will break it out from the 8-yard line. Buller again will stand along with Viss and Steenstra. DeHoop straddles under center. 2nd down and 7 from the 8-yard line. DeHoop give onto a charging Viss, pushing his way to the 3-yard line. A hard charging run before Holman was able to eventually stand him up with help from Vanderswag. 3rd down and about 2 yards from the 3-yard line right here.
See what the Crusaders last time in the 2nd and 2 elected to go right to the quarterback sneak to pick up a couple yards. We'll see if they keep it simple right here and go right back to it.
We tick inside, 7 minutes to go. 3rd down and 2 from the 3-yard line. So they can get the 1st down without getting the touchdown. And the all-navy blue Crusaders on their homecoming. They lead it 14-8. They'll break it. Jackson DeHoop under center. Viss, Buller, and Steenstra in the backfield. Turn gives. Steenstra lowers the head, pulls his way through the 2nd wave into the end zone. Touchdown, Unity Christian. 3rd of the game for Isaac Steenstra.
Steenstra adds to an incredible night for him. This time inside the 5-yard line from the 3. They give it to him once again. Once again able to get into the end zone and extend the lead for the Crusaders.
Man, he has been very impressive in a game where, like you were just mentioning, there has not been room for anybody to run in this ball game. Isaac Steenstra has made space for himself, and he did it right there. The Crusaders will go for 2, leading 20-8 right here. And they will split out of the T, and they'll put Jake Chapman all the way out wide as a split receiver to the near side to the right. DeHoop pitch, right side. Phoebus, the backup quarterback, is in the backfield. He was thinking about throwing the football. Instead, he turns the corner, dives down to the 2-yard line, is short of the end zone on the 2-point conversion. That was an interesting setup to have that backup quarterback out there. He was thinking the pass, unable to do so. 2-point conversion, no good. But a 20-8 Unity Christian lead. 6:40 to go in this ball game. We'll step aside, be right back here from Hudsonville.
Outnumber humans by like 1,000,000 to 1. So who are you giving your blood to? The humans or the mosquitoes? It's us versus them. And I think they're winning. So donate blood with Versity Blood Center of Michigan today.
Are you having a hard time hearing tonight's game? Hi, I'm Brock Conkle from Michigan Sports Radio, and after putting it off for many years, I decided to contact Miracle Ear and get my hearing tested, and sure enough, had significant hearing loss. The friendly staff at Miracle Ear fitted me with hearing aids, and life is so much more enjoyable being able to hear the things that I've been missing. Go to miracle-ear.com to schedule your free hearing evaluation. There's a location near you.
Back underway, a fresh 2-score lead. And once again, this one is booted through the back of the end zone by Walters and the Crusaders. As Zeeland West now, Chandler, 6:40 to go in the ball game. And back down 2 scores. Coach Shoto's team is going to have to work quickly a couple of times right here and mix either a couple stops or an onside kick in the middle.
Yeah, it's far from over yet, but the Ducks going to have to find some explosive plays that they have not had the entirety of this game so far, and have to find something similar to what they did at the end of the 2nd quarter there, where they were able to draw up a big play down the field, led to their only score of the night. Now, not completely working against the clock here, but it starts to come into play, no doubt, down a couple scores.
Zeeland West, the lone score, a passing strike from Slotak to Vanderswat. 6:40 to go, 20-8, and Zeeland West trailing by a couple of scores, starts at their own 20-yard line. A quick hit around to Keaton Hendricks, shakes the first wave of tacklers over the 25 and dives into Isaac Deng to the 29 for a gain of 9. Very, very close. We've seen Keaton Hendricks break that exact play for a touchdown many times before, just unable to do so there. We talk about the front line. We talk about the linebacking core, of course, to stopping the T. This secondary Dang and DeHoop and these guys out there have been just as impressive for Unity Christian in a lot of ways. Zeeland West working with some tempo right here. 2nd and 2. The mark will be the 28-yard line. 6 minutes, 5 seconds to go, down 2 scores. Turn from Slotok, fake handoff. He'll roll right to pass. Slotok firing deep down the right side. Broken up by Deng. He came from coverage in the middle of the field to get his left hand on that one. Intended target Vanderswag. Great play right on cue in the secondary, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Well, it would have been a tight window for that ball to be fit in originally, but I think it would have been completed. Vanderswag opened down that side, and a nice throw from Slotok. But Dang ranging over. He was on the other side of the field, saw that the only route developing down the field, and just able to range over there and knock that one free at the last second. He, along with DeHoop right now, the 2 high safeties out in the formation. 3rd down and 2 from their own 28-yard line right here for Zeeland West. Clock stop, 5:55 to go, 20-8 lead for Unity Christian. In the battle of unbeatens, in the battle of the power T, Trey Slotok under center. He'll turn. This is a give on to Brandon Holman, who's in there. He'll shake his way over the 30 and slither for a yard or 2 more before Vancouvering lays him out ahead to the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. A chain mover there for Holman, who will have to come off the field as his helmet came off, and Leslie will check back in for him. The Ducks, after picking up 9 on 1st down, elect to take the shot in 2nd. Don't complete it. Come back on 3rd down, run it, convert it. So able to move the chains, but still going to have to try to find that play down the field.
Inside 5:45 to go. 1st and 10 for Zeeland West from their own 33-yard line. Once again, Trey Slotok will work out of the 2 tight ends straight T, and once again, Unity Christian will face them up with 4-down linemen. Slotok gives, stretching right. Vanderswag to the 35-yard line and gets shut down by Vancouvering and Vanderswag of the other side after a gain of 2 to that forward progress at the 35-yard line. Not much on the stretch right.
Vanderswag, 8 carries now, 23 yards. He's been one of the lead backs for the Ducks and has really not been able to get going whatsoever here tonight. Unity Christian keeping him very much in check.
Inside 5:05 to go. 2nd and 8 from their own 35 here. And back to the split back shotgun. Direct snap on to Hendricks. There's whistles down and some miscommunication and a false start right here. That I don't think was supposed to be a direct snap. I think there was some mistiming on that and just happened to wind up with Hendricks.
Yeah, that one a little bit broken from the start right away, the timing off. Now I'm going to back the Ducks up now behind the chains for a 2nd down.
Again, unique formation they've gone with. The quarterback stands in the gun with a down running back as if they're in the T to either hip, and then a wing running back off one side, a tight end off the other side of the line. That is their shotgun T formation that Coach Shillitoe has been using, that Coach Tibby talked about, that we might see in our pregame show interview with the Unity Christian headman. 4:48 and less to go. 2nd down and 13 here for Zeeland West. They will operate once again out of the shotgun T formation. Snap to Slotok, fake handoff, drop to pass. Here comes the pressure from Flesh, throws over the middle, caught 39-yard line, and diving ahead off the grab to the 42 was the tight end, Jacob McLaren. That will move the chains right on the number.
Now that time they run multiple routes down the field, deep corner to the outside, and then underneath across the middle of the field, and Slotok able to find, as the safeties drop back for the deep route, find the middle in between and get it to him.
4:20 and less to go. Back to the gun again here. 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Snap high, settle down Slotok, give Hendricks right side. Chased down in the backfield by Max Vancouvering. He got in, he got help from 3 or 4 other teammates, including Jaden Fless, but Vancouvering's speed from linebacker forces a loss of 4 on 1st down.
Vancouver, his range has been so impressive and on display here tonight, making plays all over the field, been able to break through the line of scrimmage, make some tackles right in the backfield, that time out to the outside, able to cover some ground, wrap Hendricks up in the backfield.
Make it even a loss of 5 yards here. 2nd and 15, back to the 38-yard line. The clock is ticking, inside 3.5 minutes to go. And once again, out of the shotgun, snap of the chest of Slotok. Quarterback power up the middle, nowhere to go. Spins down to the 40-yard line and no further. Ran into a brick wall. Once again, Vancouvering, Fless, and Ethan DeCock in the middle of things after a gain of 2. And now 3rd down and 15, 13 on its way, and I just saved Chandler's stat sheet from leaving the building.
Nice stop.
So from their own 40-yard line, 3 minutes to go. I'm glad we have the cam. People can see that.
You have proof.
Inside 3 minutes to go, 3rd and 13 for Zeeland West. From their own 40. Once again, they now will go back to the 2 tight end tee with 2:45 and the clock ticking here. Snap to Slotak, official running in from the sideline with a Coach Shillito timeout, his 2nd of this half. Uccello's Ristorante has a restaurant near you where great food and sports come together. Check them out at uccellos.com. And new for 2024, Michigan Sports Radio has live coverage of Calvin University's inaugural football season. Catch the action tomorrow in the Knights travel to Kalamazoo College. The night game starts at 6:15 on michigansportsradio.com. Our Bob Sack will, of course, be on the call for that one. Out of the timeout, 2:40 to go, 3rd and 13, down 20-8. Obviously not an offense designed to get all of it in one shot, but you're looking to have to get chunks, in general right now if you're Zeeland West anyway.
Yeah, it's what they've been trying to find all night long and have not been able to do so. And credit the Crusaders defense for not giving any up, whether it's been in the run game. The Ducks haven't been able to break any big tackles to get down the field, and in the passing game, defense has stayed honest for the Crusaders. Ducks haven't been able to find anyone open. So the good news, Zeeland West, you've got the football yet. Your offense has a chance to cut it to a 1-score lead, but bad news, you've taken almost 4 minutes and go on 20 yards.
Yeah, 2:40 to go from their own 40-yard line. 2 tight end tee on 3rd and 13 here for Slotak, down a couple of scores. Quick hitter, Hendricks, up the middle, snowed under after a gain of 2. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 4th down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Anything up the middle of Hendricks, all of those trap run plays have just been swallowed up. And again, Jaden Fless is 305 pounds. He's been eating most of them up.
Yeah, he sure has. There's been a couple times Hendricks got through that first level and into the linebacking core, but for the most part, he's been running into contact right at that line of scrimmage.
4th and 10, own 43-yard line, out of the straight tee. Slotak, fake give, he'll roll right to pass. Here comes the pressure, evading the first wave of it. More coming from behind, down goes Slotak. Sacked by Max Vancouvering. 1:58 to go, and Unity Christian looking at an unbeaten season rolling on homecoming.
Crusaders defense playing absolutely out of their mind here all night long. It was the Zeeland West defense that I think got most of the hype for being a tremendous run defense and have limited teams, but this Unity Christian defense doing everything right here. Just that one scoring play at the end of the second quarter. Otherwise, been making plays all over the field.
I think Max Vancouvering, a late entry, may have just won the Carr Center hit of the game, putting it away for Unity Christian. 1:58 to go, a 20-8 lead, and a pretty big statement win by the Crusaders, just about on deck on their homecoming here tonight. Jackson DeHoop will lead the offense out and get ready to start from inside the 40-yard line. The mark is the 38. Out of the straight tee. DeHoop, fake give, bootleg, right in the backfield. Evades the first wave, and from all directions, led by Will Skaggs, he's tugged down for a loss of 2 to the 40-yard line. DeHoop will get his way back up to his feet after the loss of the couple, and that clock will run. Remember, just a one timeout, 2 remaining for Zeeland West, so they really can't do anything to stop the clock down the stretch in this ball game either.
Yeah, that one went for a loss, but the biggest thing, and DeHoop smartly staying inbounds there. Lost a couple yards, but went down, made sure the clock kept running. That's what the Crusaders want right now.
Inside 90 seconds, DeHoop slowly back from the sideline. And again, that development, Unity Christian has not been running their up-tempo tee in this one. And here come the kneel downs. The first one on its way in just a moment from DeHoop. 1:12 and less on the clock. DeHoop will take his time. He wants to snap this right at the end. Takes a stride backwards. He'll lose a couple yards. Right knee hits the turf. Crowd will come to their feet here. A big win for Unity Christian. An underdog win in some ways, but with the win that they had last week against Forest Hill Central, the way that they really handled the reigning state champ who's playing really well against South Christian tonight, I don't know. I think Unity made a statement. This team was at the D4 state final. We were there in 2021. I would not be surprised if this team's back.
It looks like they're definitely headed that direction. A big one a week ago, but no doubt another big one here tonight.
All right, another knee there from DeHoop, and that will be his final one. Final 23 seconds will roll off the clock, 20-8. But a game that in a lot of ways was even more dominant than that scoreboard may say. We'll transition right in to our MGN Shop post-game show. CT, as both teams will come to center field for the handshake line. Take us through your thoughts from this one. A statement win from Unity Christian more than anything else, especially from that defense.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, both sides of the ball, but I think you come away probably most impressed with how the Unity Christian defense played here tonight. Zeeland West offense that had their starting quarterback back, had a bunch of playmakers that have had a lot of experience in that backfield, and for the most part just not able to get any big plays down the field, didn't have any long runs like we've seen from them in the past. The passing game and the play action never really opened up. Crusaders making things difficult on the Ducks all night long, and then the offense able to do enough when they did have the football to score some points and have a lead.
The Zeeland West defense adjusted outside of a short field score they gave up in that second half. Neither team could really move the ball, so it came down to the Unity Christian defense. At one moment, they were down or up just a score and had to make a defensive stop. They did just that, so a very, very impressive win here tonight. Do not go anywhere. We got a lot more to break it down. Unity Christian to 5-0. Zeeland West falls to 4-1, and based on the way things go in other games, we'll see how things finish off with that South Christian versus Forest Hill Central game. It looks like it might be solo first place at the top of the tough OK Gold for UC here tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the MGN Shop postgame show.
Do you have a distressed home you'd like to sell? Did you inherit a home you'd like to move on from with ease? Are you a tired landlord and it's just time? For Real buys and sells as-is homes with a mission to create real estate upside for everyone. We're fast, fair, for real. Call or visit For Real today for your free 15-minute consultation. 616-816-2028.
167 horsepower, candy red, 8 cylinders of freedom. And to think, he only let me drive it once. I've never considered myself to be a lucky man. That would be Dad. He didn't know a thing about cars, couldn't tell a hatchback from a quarterback. But somehow his just kept going, and going, and going, and going. Turns out Dad wasn't lucky. He just knew where to look.
Looking to secure your property with a high-quality fence from a top-rated fencing company? With limitless options and quality fencing materials, Superior Fence and Rail is West Michigan's premier fence installation company. Veteran and locally owned, we're honored to support the West Michigan community and their sports programs. To learn more, visit SuperiorFenceandRail.com or give us a call. Superior Fence and Rail, protecting what matters.
Car Center is an automotive collision repair company with multiple shops throughout West Michigan.
Our goal is simple, to bring hospitality to the collision repair industry.
You can find us online at carcentermi.com to find the location nearest to you. Because at Car Center, fixing cars is our job.
But helping people, that's our business.
Have you ever thought about a career in metal manufacturing? Today, careers in robotics, product development, engineering, and IT are just some of the few of the outstanding careers available. There are hundreds of businesses in West Michigan looking for people just like you and are willing to provide the training you need. Go to youarehired.pma.org or click on the PMA logo on the Michigan Sports Radio homepage. There's an opportunity for a lifelong career, and it's in your hands.
Welcome back to the MGN Shop post-game show. As we do, I also want to give a quick shout-out. We had tonight a quick-moving football game, so we have some Michigan sports radio partners that maybe lost a break or two that they were supposed to get to, so I want to again thank Barbara Ford, Bruce's Blacktop, High-Tone Cleaners, Pinnacle Heating and Cooling, Royal Technologies, Diamond Springs Custom Carts. We'll get there in all the other games. We'll make goods to them in the future as well, but want to thank them for their support of Michigan Sports Radio partners there. A quick-moving game tonight, so want to make sure we still got to mention, even though they might have missed an ad read or two throughout the course of the football game. Okay, Chandler, to you first, 20-8, by the way. Unity Christian beats Zeeland West. To you first for some stats, and then we'll take a look at some highlights.
All right, we'll start with Zeeland West once again on the ground. It was a tough night pretty much all the way around, but Slow Talk had 17 carries for just 14 yards. Hendricks had 14 carries for 49. Vanderswag 8 for 23. Leslie 8 for 24. Holman had 3 for 13. Through the air, Slotak 2 completions, 39 yards. 1 to Vanderswag for 26. 1 to McLaren for 13. For Unity Christian, a little bit more efficient on the ground. Steenstra 11 carries, 128 yards. This had 6 carries for 39. The Hoop 7 carries for 12 yards. Vancouvering 3 for 6. Through the air, the Hoop 2 completions for 28. Both to Vancouvering for those 28 yards.
Huge homecoming win. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the second half, at least in this one. There really weren't a ton of them, to be completely honest, as both teams' defenses rose to the occasion. Isaac Steenstra, as the win really picks up the second that the ball game comes to a close. It was Steenstra's third touchdown of the night that just about put this one away after a big stop came on the other side. Under center, Viss, Buller, and Steenstra in the backfield. Turn gives. Steenstra lowers the head, pulls his way through the second wave into the end zone. Touchdown, Unity Christian. Third of the game for Isaac Steenstra. All right, we've shut the window. I think that hurricane that hit down south has all of a sudden hit Hudsonville. One more highlight to get to, and it was the ceiling play. Max Vancouvering was all over the backfield all game long. It was this sack that truly put this ball game on ice. From behind, down goes Slotak. Sacked by Max Vancouvering. A minute 58 to go, and Unity Christian looking at an unbeaten season rolling on homecoming. Big play right there from Max Vancouvering, and we'll be talking about that play and a few more in just a second. We're going to step aside, come right back. We'll have some awards and wrap this one up here from Hudsonville. 20-8, Unity Christian, big homecoming winners. They stay unbeaten on the 2024 campaign. Gear up this season with the MGN Shop, featuring everything from t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats and outerwear, to water bottles, stickers, and other accessories that help show off your style and your support of Game Night, the Granville Bulldogs, and more. To shop, click on the Shop Merch tab at the top of MichiganGameNight.com and browse nearly 50 items. And be sure to check in frequently as new items are added throughout the season. That's the MGN Shop through MichiganGameNight.com. All right, welcome back to the MGN Shop post-game show. 20-8, the final. In this one tonight, Unity Christian over Zeeland West. Let's hand out some awards. Let's start with the Car Center hit of the game. We just talked about it. There were a couple options, a couple good ones, but at the end of the day, Max Vancouvering put the ball game away with that sack. Max Vancouvering on the whole was absolutely incredible tonight.
Yeah, it sure was. We talked about it pretty much all night long, and a big reason why the Crusaders' defense was as successful as they were is he was flying all over, made a big play there on that last sack. Slotak rolling out, trying to find a game-saving play down the field. Never had a chance. Vancouvering able to chase him down and deliver the hit.
Yeah, Vancouvering certainly comes up with the Defensive Player of the Game award. Also, shout out to Isaac Deng. Some great plays in the secondary as well, including that pass breakup. But our Player of the Game will come from the offensive side of the ball. And the offensive, the Player of the Game award is presented by Farmers Insurance, the Bennett Center Agency, for all auto, home, specialty, life, and commercial insurance needs. See what a center can do for you at 616-980-4949. Isaac Steenstra, 3 touchdowns, led the way. Steenstra, in a game, we kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, in a game where no one could find room, Isaac Steenstra made room and made this win happen in a lot of ways.
He sure did. He was one of the few players able to find some big plays, averaged over 10 yards a carry on a night where Zeeland West had just 2.5 yards per carry, and it was 3 touchdowns, of course, a big part of it as well, but tremendous night leading this Unity Christian offense.
And then let's go to our Centennial Securities play of the game. Centennial Securities is focused on offering our clients the best investments, products, services, and advice. They provide recommendations and customized investment solutions specifically designed and customized for you and your unique goals. Visit centennialsec.com for more information. We were talking off air. I don't know if we've ever done this before, but it's going to be a non-game winning play and a non-touchdown that's going to win our play of the game. Yes, Steenstra had 3 touchdowns, but they were all 1-yard plunges. How about this one, a 70-plus yard run that set up his second touchdown of the night from Steenstra, your Centennial Securities play of the game. 50. Only one man to try to get past, getting hunted down by Holman from behind. Stutter step to the 20, and Holman hauls him down to the 15-yard line. A field flipper and a big run, busting the open field by Steenstra. Everything. All right, so that will do it. 20-8, a statement win for Unity Christian. What's next for us on game night? No broadcast next Friday. We are off next Friday. Grandville will be playing East Kent with the Bulldogs up big, by the way, against Grand Haven. The Bulldogs will be back on Michigan Sports Radio with our East Kentwood broadcast team, so if you normally tune into us for Granville football, the Bulldogs the next couple weeks, actually the rest of the year, including our broadcast at the tail end, for the rest of the year, every Granville Bulldogs game will be on MSR. A 2-week break where it didn't happen, a very rare break that, of course, won't happen again. But a fun one that we got to cover this week, fun we got to cover the last couple weeks on the whole. Couple of Zeeland West games. We've seen Unity Christian. I think we're going to see Unity Christian, knowing the way things go. We might see them a little bit more down the playoff run, again, like we've done with this team in years past. So we do have a dog pod, a new podcast coming out. It'll be either next Tuesday or Wednesday. I believe this week is going to be our final Captain's Corner. Granville's defensive or offensive tackle, defensive lineman Jay Weiss, the senior, is going to be our guest this week. So we'll talk about the Granville, as we always do on Dog Pod, no Behind the Call podcast. So just the Granville podcast this week, or next week. No broadcast on Friday. We'll be back the next week. Stay tuned at MI Game Night. The original plan was to do Muskegon versus Reese Puffer in Week 7. That potentially could be changing based on the results of the game in Muskegon tonight and some other things that we've got moving on. We've got one game circle that maybe isn't the most interesting the outside, but would be kind of a fun little thing for MGN, I think, on the whole, that we might be looking into doing. So check all that out. He's Chandler Timmer. I'm Nate Dreyer. Again, next week on the MGN YouTube page, check out Dog Pod. We'll be back. No broadcast next week, and thanks for tuning in. Big win tonight, Unity Christian, by a couple of scores. They stay unbeaten in a battle of unbeatens over Zeeland West.